What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another edition of Bkny Hoops. If you are new to the channel, I am your host, as always, Rashid White. All right, let's get into it. Let's not waste any time because I don't have a lot of time right now. Um, oh boy, Cam Thomas is absolutely, completely delusional, right? So it's rumored out there that he is going to sign the qualifying offer, being that there's no other teams in the NBA that's really looking to trade for him, no other teams with cap space, no other general managers that actually really truly value him as a like a main piece, a main like a player that you can actually really truly win with. So, like, is this the end of Nets Cam Thomas, NBA career pretty much? Now we've seen, you know, guys like Marshawn Brooks in the past. I mean, we've seen a whole bunch of guys, right, that doesn't really make it to their second NBA contracts. Killian Hayes. I mean, there's a whole plethora of players out there. Um, so is Cam Thomas actually really one of those players? And there's a mid probability that that he could be one of those because right now he doesn't really view himself as like a role player. He sees himself as one of the top guys in the NBA, and that's far from the truth right there. Let's actually get into this article because King Ribby, what's good, man? He's saying that he's better than Jalen Green. He's saying that he's better than what's his name? Jalen Green. Who's the other guy, man? Tyler Hero, right? So let's get into this article over here. This is the one right here. Let me see if it's showing up on the screen. Here we go, right here. Cam Thomas reportedly thinks he's better than Jalen Green, Tyler Hero, and these guys make $40 million. It makes a $40 million contract. Oh my gosh, man. So now instead of 30 something $1 million, he wants 40 million a season, man. So it's actually really, really insane right there, man. So it says over here, two future stars in the NBA have headlined the restricted free agent markets this offseason. Cam Thomas and Jonathan Kuminga, who have been gridlocked with their respective teams over contract extensions. So Kuminga reportedly made his demand clear. You know what? Let's get into the actual meat of the article over here, man. We'll get away from all the fluff. It says one league source told Nets Daily where Thomas sees his market using comparable players around the league. Jalen Green making $33.3 million per year. And Emmanuel Quickly making 36 million. Emmanuel Quickly, yeah. So then you're looking at Tyler Hero, who's averaging over $32 million over the next 2 years. And Cam Thomas sees himself better than all three of those players, meaning that he really kind of wants more. So this suggests Thomas is searching for an annual starting salary at $30 million, right? So likely closer to 40 million. And says, according to NBA insider Jake L. Fisher, Thomas is one of those likely candidates to take the qualifying offer of $6 million for the next season, as he prefers to become an unrestricted free agent in this. Well, I guess next year. Yeah, so all right, so let's get into. Hold on, let me see. Where was this over here? There was actually. Hold on, mess this thing up here. All right, so yeah, we analyzing Thomas comparison to Hero, Green, and Quickly. So Thomas averaged 24 points, 3.8 assists, 3.3 rebounds in 2024, 2025, while shooting 43.8% from the field. So that's bad. 34% from the, well, let's say 35. Let's round it off. From beyond the three-point arc in comparison to Tyler Hero, averaged 23.9, 5.5 assists, 5.2 rebounds, while shooting 47.2% from the field. 37% from the 3-point line, and he played, and here's the key thing right here. He actually played in more games, right? Cam Thomas may be better than these guys, right? But we just don't know yet. That's the key. That's the big question mark. We haven't seen a large sample size of Cam Thomas, and to show that he can really truly impact some sort of winning, right? You're gonna look at Tyler, well, not just Tyler Hero, but let's say Jalen Green, right? And Jalen Green went to the playoffs, right? He was probably one of the best players, second best players, um, on that Houston Rockets team, right? He's one of the only guys on that team can actually shoot the three ball. Him and Fred VanVleet pretty much. The rest is like, but it says Jalen Green averaged 21 points per game, 4.6 rebounds, 3.4 assists in 2024, 2025. And here's the key thing. He did not miss a single game last season. He shot 42.3% from the field, 35.4% from beyond the arc. In the same season, quickly averaged 17.1, 5.8. Yeah, like I said, for the most part over here, you just seen larger sample size of these players, right? They went to the playoffs, especially like Tyler Hero. He went into like deep playoff runs, where Cam Thomas was like just really, being put on the bench right there, man. So, and Cam Thomas is really just, he basically was put in the same situation like Jonathan Kuminga. He got drafted to a team that was looking to win championships, and they just didn't value young guys, So, and okay, so let me finish this up over here. Wait. Hold on. I got Jonathan up in here. All right, Beaky says if Cam Thomas wants a $40 million sign and trade, he takes the qualifier and offer, and he could walk for nothing. They can listen, man. If no other teams really value him, let him walk, man. If he doesn't really contribute to winning, right? Then what's the whole point of really having him on a team? Why pay him $30-40 million a year? And we're gonna get into like Trae Young in this week too, because there's a story out there saying that the Nets have the best chances of really landing Trae Young in terms of the odds, right? We're gonna dive into that. I mean, again, like the Hawks don't want to pay him $200-something million because again, you're gonna pay him $200 million and only win like 35 games, right? So they're kind of hesitant on really signing Trae Young, like giving him a contract extension. So again, you got to show that you can really contribute to winning. And if Cam Thomas really can't do that, then why sign him? Right? We're supposed to be like, this isn't like, what's the metaphoric analogy I can use? It'll come to mind. All right. So it says, right over here, man. And since the Nets recently acquired a high volume shooter, who has been more efficient and consistent of that in Michael Porter Jr., it's unlikely the Nets will extend Cam Thomas on a long-term contract since he has an injury-prone history and inefficient tendencies. If Cam Thomas fights for his place on the Nets roster and shows him that he can become more efficient over the next season, then the Nets might reconsider their stand on the contract valuation. But presently, it seems like he will wait it out one season to head into unrestricted free agency next summer. So basically, I mean, the Nets can really pay him anything if another team really goes out there and puts $100 million on Cam Thomas. I just don't really see that happening right now. You got better players supposedly coming out in the next year's draft. AJ DeBonster. You have Darren Peterson. I mean, there's a bunch of guys out there, man, that's going to really be going to like a lot of bad teams, right? So the Wizards, the Nets, the Charlotte Hornets, right? I mean, all those teams are going to be really in play, for the next year. So what's the whole point of even signing Cam Thomas then, right? If you're going to really build around, there's like 5 or 6 good players in next year's draft, right? And more than likely, those guys are going to be going to bad teams. OKC, maybe OKC, but if I'm like AJ DeBonster and I'm going to like, or let's say Cameron Boozer, I'm pulling like Ace Bailey, But for the most part, the teams that Cam Thomas could go to next year, right? The draft is next season, and those teams are going to be prioritizing on those kind of players. You're not going to prioritize Cam Thomas over Cam Boozer or AJ DeBonster or Darren Peterson. Now I'm gonna look at some other players, right, in the future and see who's actually really coming out, right? We're gonna look at that, but like Cam Thomas is in the world of hurt, and I don't know, man. Maybe does he? If no other teams really value him or general managers really value him, I mean, what's his future in the NBA really looks like, man? I mean, could he be like a Killian Hayes or like a Marshawn Brooks? Because like, if I'm trying to think of a team, at least one team that Cam Thomas can go to and command $30 million and say, hey, you're the number one option on the actual team. We're gonna run our offense through you. We got a cap. I think Cam Thomas is really playing out of position. I mean, he's undersized at the two guard position, so he's just one dimensional pretty much. Whoever taught him how to play basketball really kind of like taught him wrong, man, and just set him up for complete and utter failure. And you'll see it over here. It says Cam Thomas close to accepted a $6 million qualifying offer from the Brooklyn Nets. And that's the thing, man. In order to be really like the best player, he has to go out there and you talk about Jalen Green. Jalen Green plays defense, right? He can actually play passing lanes, get steals. He puts pressure on the rim with his speed, his athleticism. Now, I know he got traded from Houston, but when you look at the roster that Houston actually really had, nobody can actually shoot, right? And it's hard to, get downhill when you have pretty much a wall and like, Fred VanVleet shooting 21%, Şengün shooting 20-something percent. And because Jalen Green is really like the best 3-point shooter on that team, he can't really play, like he can't really utilize his strengths because he has to provide spacing for the other guys that can't shoot. So you can't put the ball in Jalen Green's hands and say, hey, we need you to get downhill. And he's not really that big. He's only 186 pounds. And then you got, bigger, like stronger, longer guys that can really kind of meet him at the rim. So it kind of neuters his game. So maybe like Jalen Green with KD, right? Then you'll see that, you have spacing out there. But no, man, to say this is crazy, man. To say he's actually better than Jalen Green and Tyler Hero, especially like Tyler Hero, who has way better numbers than him. All right, let me open up the actual phone lines over here. But if I became Thomas, I would get back into the lab, right? And I would study like being a point guard, like look at how Jason Kidd, how he affects the game. If I don't know if you guys remember, like Jason Kidd could sometimes score 8 points, right? And you would hear the game analysts all the time. Like he can actually affect the game without actually scoring like 25 something points. So he needs to go out there and look to actually make others better. Look at Austin Reeves. Even though I hate Austin Reeves, but at least Austin Reeves actually play makes. And then the attitude from Cam Thomas, right? Going back and forth with Zach Lowe. We seen him his body language on the bench when he wasn't really getting the playing time like that. Who knows what's going on with Cam Thomas and his camp, and who like there's a bunch of yes men around him. Not really telling him the actual honest truth, man. All right, so Jonathan, my friend, hey. What's going on, Papa?
Things go well, man. Had a good discussion with Ice and some of the guys today on his stream about this Cam Thomas stuff. But the $40 million, listen, I don't think Cam and his agent are that reckless and that idiotic to ask for that type of money. Nobody will ever give him that type of money. Not even EuroLeague will give him that type of money. I think it's really a tactic on, if you guys don't value me, then maybe he's angling for a sign and trade or something like that. But just the way it's looking, a sign and trade might be the best thing here, because if Cam doesn't like the offer that he currently has, which is 28 mil, 14 mil, I think he should take it, develop, and reevaluate next year. But if he doesn't want that, that $6 million qualifying offer is the worst case scenario. He takes that, veto any trade, walk for nothing, like you said, and you're confident. But at the end of the day, if Cam does have a 6-man value at worst, you don't want to just let him go for nothing. So if he's dead set on taking that, try to do a sign and trade with him before the season starts, because clearly Cam Thomas feels slighted by the organization and
So
doesn't want
no
to play
other
their
general
game.
manager really values him or really kind of wants him on the team.
Mhm.
Nobody, there's nothing there. So I mean, what does it say? What does it say about his NBA career, man? What do you think?
I think he's no worse than a 6-man at this point, or a third option on a team that invests him. I don't see him as a secondary or primary, just because he's missing those certain qualities you need to be a superstar star player, which is athletic ability, height factor, and some type of defense. He doesn't have those things. He has scoring abilities and he has some playmaking abilities, but he hasn't been able to put it all together due to injury, which is a huge reason why his market is really bad right now, and due to the fact he's never gotten proper investment or the development needed to reach any type of level like that. So I think right now, like you
But he
said, he's very
tried, and he hurt. He had a serious hamstring injury, right?
right.
And
We've
that
seen
really kind of
spurts.
shows his commitment to really. Go ahead.
We've seen spurts of it, and spurts are not enough. You need to see a full sample size. So if I was Cam and his agent, take the offer this year, work on your game, develop with the young guys, see what you can build, reevaluate the following year. If Cam
Well,
wants to go
see, all
elsewhere,
right.
that's
So
his
now
decision
here comes the
at that
question
point.
right here, right?
Mhm.
Does Sean Marks is he going to allow Cam Thomas to really develop his game, or they're going to prioritize like Diego Demon, Nolan Troyer, right?
Mhm.
That's the thing, man. I
Yeah.
don't know. I mean, Cam Thomas is in a conundrum here, man.
It's a huge conundrum because there are things out of his control. He's not physically going to grow to be 6'7" ever. He's not defensively going to be better than what he is right now. Offensively, I think he's still going to excel at that. Playmaking is going at certain spurts, but it needs to be even more better. But right now, like you said, it seems that Sean wants players that play positionless basketball, can guard different positions, and play
Hold on one
defense, and
second, man. But that JC, that's why they actually value Austin Reeves. Now, I think he's a huge defensive liability. You know, he's a cone, but he playmates. You know, that's the thing. He
right,
playmates. He playmates. If you look at Austin Reeves, he actually playmates. He looks to get other guys involved. He's but Cam Thomas, really, his mindset is to go out there and put up numbers, man. Right?
right,
And
right,
that's exactly. DJ was saying the same thing. He playmakes.
right,
Cam
and
Thomas doesn't.
that's the thing with the guys they drafted. They all do things Cam can't do, which is play some type of defense. Drake Powell probably has most athletic ability out of the bunch. So these guys have certain characteristics Cam doesn't. And at the end of the day, Cam can try all he wants, but he's a 2 guard. He's not going to play the 1 because they got all these playmakers to do that versatility wise. So there's no need for him to do that type of playmaking as a point guard.
Well, no, I
Really,
mean, it's a mindset, right? Being a point guard is a mindset. It's
right.
not like it's
But
a skill set, but a lot of it is it's a mindset. He
right. But
needs
with
to switch his mindset. Get off of
right.
stop being a Kobe Bryant
Mhm.
ball sack licker, right?
Yeah.
And go out there and learn how to actually play the point guard position.
Right. And it might not be with this team just because of the fact financially it's not going to align with what he wants, and he's not worth no 40, 30 mil. I think he could be no worse than an 18 to $20 million contract player one day. Once he reaches that type of level that he should be at, maybe he'll get that type of money, but no 30, 40 mil. Just because he's not a first or a primary secondary guy, he could be no worse than a third or 6 man on a team that prioritizes him. The problem, like you said, is Sean doesn't want that. He's never valued Cam Thomas like that. So if both sides are going to be like this leading up to training camp, do a sign and trade and let's cut the cord now, because
Yeah,
clearly
but
if
no
Cam
thing. They'll be hard cap. And he wants the money. He wants the 30 million. And if they sign and trade him, I mean, teams are going to be really hard cap if they actually,
right,
take
right,
on
so
Cam Thomas's
right, so
a crazy contract like that. That's
yeah, so the
insane.
odds of a sign and trade probably are not very high. So it's either take the 28 mil or you take the $6 million qualifying offer. But if he takes that $6 million qualifying offer, it's worst case scenario because all the power Sean and Joe have right now goes away because Cam could just be as bad to them as they are to him, veto any trade and just walk for nothing. But that's just so bad because you have other alternative scenarios to consider if you are trying to get rid of Cam Thomas. That one, letting him take that $6 million qualifying offer, kind of takes all that power away, and it just makes the situation more awkward and messy than it has to be. I feel bad for Cam that he hasn't gotten a chance to truly elevate his game, but at the same time, he hasn't hasn't made those strides like he
Well,
should
I mean,
have.
even if he did, like, I mean, you still going to pay him? Is he better than Cade Cunningham or Shea Gillis
No,
Alexander
no,
or
he's
he's nowhere like near those guys, man.
right. He's
Nowhere
not.
near those
He's not
guys.
on those levels because
Even if
even
you play
Ice.
him like 35 minutes a game, he's just never ever going to get to that type. He's not, he's not that. Yeah,
Right, and Ice even talked about some of the guys' stats, like Donovan Mitchell. The guys averaged around 4 rebounds, 5 assists, stuff like that. Whereas with Cam Thomas, he's been
and they play
around the
defense.
one. He's been around the 1-2 threshold on assists and rebounds. Last year, I think he was at a 3.1 or 3.8 assists. Like that was his high point of his career, but it's not at the level that you want to be as a primary guy. The problem is Cam's never had players around him that could play at the level he can offensively, and he's kind of been a ball hog at certain instances because he didn't trust the players around him. But it was up to him to make do with the players around him, and he never showed that fully, mostly due to injury and coaches not investing in him. So it's a crappy situation all around. But at the end of the day, Cam is not getting that money. If he doesn't take the $28 million contract that's in front of him and takes the $6 million offer, his future likely is not in
Well,
Brooklyn past
I
next
think the
year.
28. Let me let Eskimo. I think the $28 million is actually off the table, man. Eskimo, go ahead, man. So, like, this spelled the end of Cam Thomas's career as an NBA player because, like, next year in the 2026 draft, right? I mean, all the bad teams are probably going to be getting AJ DeBonster, Darren Peterson, Cameron Boozer. I think his brother's a point guard too. I think. Yeah, and they're going to really be prioritizing those players in that 2026 draft. So, what's going to happen with Cam Thomas over here, man?
Cam will still be in the league. Cam can score. He can score with the best. So don't think that Cam will be out of the league because he can't do other things as well as others. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's called a six man. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's
He
called
doesn't want that, Eskimo. He doesn't want that.
Hey,
he wants the money. He wants $30 million a year. His confidence is sky high. He doesn't see himself as a six man.
There's ways to humble people who think they're better than what, you know what I'm saying, what they are. You know what I'm saying? Either you take this and you go around and you see that you get the same thing. So he could end up in a situation if he plays this year for this team, he could outplay the qualifying or the 14 mil. That's his best bet. You know what I'm saying? Is to outplay a contract, right? Because the numbers I did today versus those guys, he's not scoring wise, percentage wise, 3-point shooting wise, he's not far behind stars. And John pointed out when I did the research, his rebounding and his assist is lower than everybody else's, and that's the difference. And I know those guys can run some point guard, they play combo guard. You know what I'm saying? They can play the two or they can play the one, and he's stuck at the two. So I think between the rebounding and the assist, and him not being able to be a combo guard is really dropping his stock. And he's just looking at scoring. And he's scoring like the best of them. He could score with a Donovan Mitchell. You know what I'm saying? His number says he can score like that. His percentage says
I don't know, man. I was watching a game last season between Cleveland and Boston. And Donovan Mitchell single-handedly like just shredded the Boston Celtics defense. And this is when like Jaylen Brown was healthy, no injuries, Tatum and all these guys. I don't see Cam Thomas really doing that, man. I don't think he's really on that level.
This is what I'm gonna say, right? He's behind those guys. Since he didn't come in on a team where he could start right away, Cam is like 2 years behind, basically. So if you looking at Cam right now and say he's a six man,
wait. You saying if they gave him all the playing time in the world, he can get on the level of a Cade Cunningham, like had that kind of impact as Shea?
It's possible. I don't know. I just did a live today with the numbers. Looked up all the numbers. It's very.
Well, it's not just about the numbers. It's about the actual player itself.
Right, right. So, okay. I got you right. So last year was his only full year of playing a 30 minutes a game season, and this year when he got hurt, he only played 25 games. In this last year and the year before, his numbers line up with everybody else that's getting
But
paid.
that's in the beginning of the season. Again, like if you go out there and you run the New York City Marathon, yeah, you can actually go out there and run extremely fast, and you're going to be ahead of the pack. But eventually, like the more experienced runners are going to pass you. I mean, I'm trying to think of a metaphoric analogy.
Well, you
those
just
are
think-
like it's a limited like sample size, man. It's early in the season. Guys are like not going as hard. Especially the really really good teams because they understand it's a marathon. You don't want to like exhaust yourself out really quickly, and you got to play 82 games plus the playoffs, which is another grind, which is a whole different season.
Right. So that's why I'm saying you really don't know because he hasn't been given that chance to fully, as everybody else ahead of him, that's ahead of him.
Come on,
Donovan,
man. We can actually see it, man.
No.
Yeah.
Listen to me. Donovan, Tyler Hero, they came in for they started right away, 31 minutes, 31, 36 minutes. They played, they had the time to adjust and do what they do. And every year those guys' assists has grown. Now Cam, like I said, he only played 25 games, but his assists was like John was saying, 3.8, and his rebounds was like 3 point something. But at the fourth year, everybody's assist was either at 5 or 6, and rebounding was at 4 or 5. So when I tell you everything else, the scoring, the percentage, field goal percentage, 3-point percentage is on line with everybody else's. Those are the only spots. And like you said, like can he help with winning? Can you know what I'm saying? What can he do on the floor for the rest of the team? We really don't know because you think that you've seen what you've seen from Cam, but obviously when you look at stats and everything else, you can see that he hasn't had the time, he hasn't had the minutes, and different teams that we had on the Nets that all play a factor into his growth. So I would give Cam 2 more years, bro, before you stamp him as whatever you stamp him as.
I mean, sometimes you can just see, right? Like you look at Nick Claxton, right? Do you want to give him 2 years to try to develop into like a center? We know right now he's not a damn center.
Got you one even better. How they feel about Shea before he went to OKC? Did they rush his development and trade him, or what? You let me know.
I didn't really watch him that much when he was actually when he was actually younger. But again, like Shea is actually a point guard, not a 2 guard. And this is what I was saying. Cam Thomas needs to learn how to play a point guard. Shea's 6'6". Cam Thomas is borderline 6'2", 6'1"-ish, right?
6'4".
Nah, because like D-Rock stood next to him, right? D-Rock said he's 6 foot. He has a picture. He came on the show. He showed the picture. He's saying that Cam Thomas is more like 6'1", 6'2".
Nah, that's not true. My son is 6 foot, and he said him and Dennis Schroeder, he was at the game, him and Dennis Schroeder is the same height, and Cam is taller than Dennis Schroeder.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, it's not by much, though. It's like probably like you're talking about like Dennis Schroeder is up to Cam Thomas's chin, right?
That means,
so height,
he's like 6'3", 6'4".
Height, length, like what do you call it? Explosiveness, right? Like what's it called? The verticality, him being able to like explode through contact. Like we know Cam can't really do that, but you look at Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell can actually. JP was good, man. Donovan Mitchell can dunk on centers. He can explode through contact. Like really, Cam can't. Like he can't do that. It's a floater. Right, if he's under the rim, he's the probability of him getting blocked is because again he just doesn't have that like leaping ability, that explosiveness.
Yeah, I get it, but I'm saying when the guys that he's comparing to, as when it comes to scoring, field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, he is lined up right along with those guys. Is the other parts of his game that's not there yet. So that's why I say if you think he's not that guy now, and you trade him or you sign and trade or whatever the case may be, and he in those 2 years he started turning those wheels, and you like, oh, he was only a 2 guard when he came here. How is he that good on somebody else's team? It's because you didn't wait for his development. Cam doesn't need a lot. I know people think he needs a lot of development, and they focus on the young guys. Cam doesn't need a lot of development. Cam just needs to move the ball more than he does. He needs to take a little bit less shots and see if he can get his teammates involved, and that would change his whole outlook of everything. You know what I'm saying? It's not even about the defense. You know what I'm saying? It's rebounding, IQ, offense, and passing the ball. You know what I'm saying? That's where those guys separate from Cam.
I don't know, man. Other GMs aren't buying it. They would have traded for him. You know, there's nobody out there looking to even trade for him, man.
They think he's a sixth man. The league thinks he's the sixth man.
Yeah, and like I said, next year he's going to bet on himself, which is, to me, I would have just took the 2 years, $28 million, but I think that offer's off the table, being that he's really just going to sign a $6 million qualifying offer, and we know with basketball, man, like anything can happen at any time, like a freak injury. I mean, nobody foreseeing Kyrie Irving just blowing the ACL like that, man. I never saw that coming, man. I'm like, whoa. And that's the thing, man. You have to be built a certain way. Like Kyrie, on every offensive possession, he had to carry the team offensively, and he had to go out there and play defense, man. They still expect you to go out there and guard, man. And Kyrie's body couldn't hold up, and we've seen it with a lot of players, man. So I think Cam Thomas potentially could be out of the league, man. I'm just, it's sad to say that. It's just the circumstances of him not just going to like a team that would like really take priority and really developing him. And we've seen like development, right? Eskimo, you mentioned development. Most of these teams around the league are horrible at development, man. Look at Claxton, look at Dayron Sharp, and look at players on our team. I mean, most of these guys, from what I see, you have to come into the league and kind of be that guy already. I never seen a guy. I don't know, man. I'm just thinking about it.
That's not true. That's not true. Sometimes it take players some time to get where they need them. Sometimes it's not on the first team. Sometimes it's on the second team. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. What's the second team, though?
I can't tell you. You know what I'm saying? But I can guarantee somebody didn't make an offer for him right now because of cap space and stuff like that. If one team had cap space, they would probably give him another low offer. They wouldn't pay him nothing high because he's viewed as a six man. He view himself as somebody else, a superstar or something. But he's right now, the way where he's at, he's a six man, and someone would take that scoring off the bench, guaranteed. No, he's a guaranteed bucket off the bench. Someone would take him. You can't say like Cam is like my guy Tyrese Martin or you know what I'm saying, one of those guys that might be out of the league. Cam is not like that. You know what I'm saying? He has the hardest thing to do in the NBA down is scoring. The other hard thing to do in the NBA is play defense. He has the scoring down. He just got to get the rest of his game. You know what I mean?
Right. I agree with Ice. And at the end of the day, we still have time, BK. Media day ain't until September 23. So hopefully cooler heads prevail this month and he does accept that offer, because at least if he has this year to prove it, work with the young guys, work on his playmaking, work on his weaknesses, get himself some all-star conversations just by playing well and being healthy and available and being consistent. If he could do that for a full season, if it does it for a full season, he's still not getting $20-30 million, but maybe he could get somewhere around the 18 to 20 threshold just by showing improvements for a full year. You keep saying he has to show it. I agree with you. Me, Ice, and everybody that can see this from a non-biased level knows Cam has to prove he can be healthy and available for a long season to prove that he's worth any type of big game money. So if he can show that this year, I think he's going to make a case for himself. But if he doesn't want to take the offer, then you have to sign and trade him, because you can't let him take that $6 million qualifying offer and lose him for nothing.
Well, he has to agree to sign, and like I said, he's not coming off the $30 million, right? If it was a sign and trade, and then teams just don't want to pay that, man. Again, like next year's coming, right? AJ DeBoss is coming out. Darren Peterson's coming out. Cameron Booth is coming out. All those guys will be going to bad teams. So, even if he goes to another team, if you have Cameron Boozer there, right, he's the priority, not Cam Thomas.
It's not about the next year, right? It's about the teams that's building already. Cam is a solidified bucket, right? So if you put him as a 6-man, all you need Cam to do is come in and score. When you talk about
Right.
Cam, Booth, or AJ, they more for like the Nets, the Wizards, you know what I'm saying? Utah, them type of teams. They might end up on a good team, but you don't put Cam in that category for those guys. You put Cam in the category for like a team that's mid, you know what I'm saying? Like playing to finals and see if, you know what I'm saying? Those teams will be more interested in him if he's free agent.
I mean, you're talking. So now you're talking about a different season. You're talking about in the playoffs where like teams will look at his weaknesses because he's still not good going to his left hand and be able to finish. Right, that's one thing he needs to work on. They'll target him defensively. You know, I don't know, man. It's
Bro, they target anybody on any team, bro. You thinking too deep in the game, bro. You gotta think.
That's what OKC did. That if you listen with OKC, you can't play defense. They didn't want you on the team. That's why Josh Giddey wasn't on the team.
Nah, man, that's not why Josh was off the team. Josh couldn't hit no threes. He was wide open in the corner. He was bricking, bro. He couldn't do nothing. They target Anthony Edwards in pick and roll. Who was the team? OKC did too. Target Anthony Edwards, pick and roll. Got him in that. I mean, they put Shea in pick and roll, and he couldn't guard at times. You know what I mean? They put when they was pick and rolling with Rudy, they would put.
We can't use Shea because Shea won a championship.
Nah, I can use Shea because they picked on Shea during that playoffs. They do that. I'm trying to tell you, they do that to anybody that they find.
Yeah, but they can hold their own
matchup situation with.
Yeah, go ahead, DJ. Yeah, go ahead, DJ.
I mean, he's wrong in a sense because them players can hold their own and defensively.
I'm not saying
all those guys can guard, man.
I'm just saying.
If
he's saying you pick on Cam during the playoffs, I'm telling you, even the best guy will get put in pick and roll situations and have trouble with it. So it really doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? The level of
in them situations,
you get put in the mix. You get put in the blender.
Who get put in the pick and roll? Who did Anthony Edwards have to guard?
You said what?
I'm
saying Shea. They put Shea in pick and roll, and they
exactly. And who is? And all right, stay right there. And who is Who is Minnesota's best offensive player?
Ant. Minnesota's best offensive player is Ant Edwards.
Exactly. So he has to play offense and defense. None of them dudes on that team, outside of probably Nas Reed, plays offense like that, bro. Julius Randle hogs the ball for like 24 seconds on the shot clock and then scores. So when
you play OKC, that's just not a good recipe for.
But no, that's making his point because Anthony Edwards has to do a lot more on both.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
You looking at Cam, you can't compare the two, bro. Cam is out there just
the point is, right, if you're gonna play mouse in the house and you can have the top defender and the least defender. But I'm telling you, at times where OKC versus the Wolves, they did the same exact thing to Shea. They blitz Shea a lot, and they put Shea in pick and roll situations, and he had trouble guarding. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's a decent defender, he still had problems because they kept doing that to him. So I'm saying it really doesn't matter.
But they won a championship.
It does matter though. Hold on. It does matter because you know how worse it would look. It would have looked way worse if Cam was in that situation.
Yeah, that's true.
But it looked bad when Shea was in that situation.
Well, they won a championship.
Bad. First of all, Shea is a good defender to average.
Yeah, he is. And it looked bad when he was in that situation. I get what you're saying. It would look worse, but bad and worse is bad is bad. You know what I'm saying? Bad is bad, bro.
You know what the crazy thing about it?
And let's be real, Anthony Edwards, Shea Gardner, Anthony Edwards, that's Anthony Edwards, bro. Like, come on now.
You know what's crazy about OKC? They had the best defense overall, and even though Shea was probably the worst defender, he still gave you average defense. And he had Jalen Williams, who played really good defense to back him up. That was a key too in that series.
And let's not talk about the fact that Jalen Williams was only playing good defense all the way up until the point that was really the only Minnesota game he was really playing defense.
All right, so DJ, let me ask you over here, man. The topic of the actual show, man, because again, you got really a good draft class coming out next year.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, supposedly, all right. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of hype.
I'm only seeing about like 3 good players out of this draft right now.
All right, so yeah, we'll get into the 26 draft in the future, man. Like in the next couple of weeks, we'll get into that. Who these players look like? But so is this if Cam Thomas taking the qualifying offer? I mean, what happens to him the following year, man? Because I don't think teams are going to really prioritize him. They're going to look into the draft picks that they actually got. Then we got to look at like players that's coming into next year's draft and see if they provide more value. And I'm not saying that they're better than Cam Thomas, but like they provide more value than Cam Thomas. Like it's not just scoring, it's other things, passing and setting screens and playing defense.
I think honestly, you just have to look around the league and just look at what these other teams are building off of, bro. Like what they value in. Like if you look around the league, what are they grabbing? They grabbing two-way players, athleticism, mid-range guys, scoring guys, like players that's doing all the other things, bro. Playmaking, ball handling. So I mean, guys like Cam Thomas, Anthony Simons, who else you can throw in there? Guys that just are microwave scorers. They not
Quentin Grimes.
Nah, I wouldn't say Quentin because he's more of just a spot-up shooter. I wouldn't call him a microwave scorer.
Right, but he scores a lot though. That's one of his main things. All
right. If we could throw him in there. I look at him more as just a catch and shoot guy, but we could throw him in there. Microwave scorer guys, they really not like valued like that anymore. Bro.
Yeah, NBA still trying to figure out what to do with those guys.
If this is a good team, sure he can come off the bench for a good team, like a 6-man role. But I mean, most of these teams, I don't think he's gonna come off the bench for no OKC or maybe Denver, maybe it's a 6-man for Denver. But I mean, nah, he's not gonna be starting on none.
That's what I'm trying to. I'm trying to figure out a team that he can go to, and they're gonna run their offense through Cam Thomas because that's $40 million
right there. This is it. This is the team.
Yeah, this is it right here, and the Nets don't see it. That's what I'm trying to get to Eskimo over here. I mean,
we basically did see it though. I mean, you want
$40 million. I mean, you that guy, right? You're making all-star teams. I mean, people want to come and like watch you play. Like they're the reasons why they actually pay $250 or $300 a ticket to come and see you. I mean, I like Cam Thomas, but I'm not spending $200 to go watch him play. I don't have to see him that bad.
Nobody's
he's not
spending money to go see
him. Cam worth 40 mil. I'm not saying you worth 40 mil. I'm just saying.
No, he's saying that. He's saying that. Look at the title over here, man.
Oh yeah, Cam. Yeah, I know what Cam's saying. He ain't there yet. He's not there. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, just let this be your prove year with the money that was offered. But the thing is, if you take the $6 qualifying offer, I just brought up a great point. This organization could intentionally rest him, bench him, and ruin his chance to even set himself up for a trade or stuff like that. Like if you
I was just saying that. I said that the last stream. I said that like 2 streams ago.
And you also brought up the injury thing. Like Cam can't get injured if he wants to get money the following year off of $6 million. So take the 14
How much
mil.
did Quentin Grimes get? It was like 4 years. It was like 3-4 years.
Yeah,
I don't know
3 or 4 years. Let me see.
I don't know
because I was looking at his contract. Would y'all give Cam that type of contract?
Listen, I'm willing to go 16 to 18.
Philly signed him for 3 years.
DJ, at this point, I'm willing to go 16 to 18 mil. If he doesn't want that, then you can't.
I think it was something around there that Quentin Grimes got. Yeah,
I can't give him 20. I can't give him the 20 mil because he hasn't been healthy for a full year. But if he doesn't want 16, 18 mil, you kind of have to look at sign trade scenarios because he takes a $6 million qualifying offer. You can't get injured. The organization could intentionally rest you, take away your chance to up your value, and he can veto trades. That would just be a nasty situation if he takes the $6 million qualifying offer, which nobody wins. At least take the 14 mil. Let this be your prove it year. Let this be his proving year. I think Ice, me, you, DJ, and we all agree. Let this be a proving year and see if you can shut up the people that say you can't adapt your game. I think that's the cleanest way to handle this if I was Cam's agent. But if he doesn't want that, well, you have way more mess coming your way with the $6 million.
John, I ain't gonna lie. Some stats.
Quentin Grimes put up better numbers than Cam Thomas.
That's better.
Yeah, 21.9 points a game, 5.2 rebounds, 4.5 assists. 1.5.
That's better numbers than Cam.
Yeah.
Well, that was
what I'm saying this season. If he would have played, Cam would have had similar numbers to that, and he would have scored more.
He would not have averaged them rebounds or assists.
Cam this season had about 4 assists and 3 rebounds in 25 games.
Hold on. So you think he's averaging? What was it? That's almost 6 rebounds, bro.
Bro, he would have averaged about 4 or 5 rebounds, and he probably would have got up to
Yo, you got a
5.
lot of faith in Cam, bro. Like, that's crazy. Like, I don't know.
I'm
I don't
looking
know
at
what you be
I'm just
watching.
looking at
Like
the numbers
this.
and the improvement.
No, I'm
You know what
not
I'm
saying
saying?
he's not gonna improve, but that
25
much faith.
games.
You just like kind of throwing what these other players is doing. Like it's so easy that Cam can do it.
No, I'm not throwing what other players are doing. I'm looking at Cam numbers itself and looking at everybody else's numbers that he compared to. They're ahead of him. So he started to grow
All
last
right,
season.
everybody, hold on. Everybody drop off and come back in. Let me put the link in. All right, yeah, the link is up, guys. Come back. Let me just read your comments while these guys actually come in. This is a really, really good conversation. Javon Ship says that Cam Thomas isn't good enough to have teams break up key parts of the team due to the unknown and small sample size, but plenty of teams will want him. I don't know, man. It's not in the way that Cam Thomas will want, though. I mean, he's looking to be the guy. $30-40 million, right? Around his age is like, hey, it's like Cade Cunningham type numbers. Like the offense is going to go through you, and you have to impact
He ain't going to get the money. His only options are take the offer Brooklyn gave you, take the $6 million qualifying offer. But that $6 million qualifying offer has way more mess going on than Cam would think. So take this offer they gave you and just prove it this year. Prove you could be healthy. Prove you could be consistent, and let the dice fall where they may next year in free agency. I think that's the cleanest way to go about this. But if Cam is dead set on this 30-40 million fiasco, which none of us think he will get ever, you have to sign and trade him. You can't let a guy be on the team that's unhappy. That just ruins the young guy.
I'm going to ask the panel something.
Yeah, BK, you saw what Jeff Teague said about microwave scores? They was like, yo,
yeah.
What?
Yeah, I forgot to even. I wanted to do a show on that whole thing,
but microwave score gets like that type of money.
That's the label right there. That's the thing. That's the label.
That's never happened.
I think this $40 million is more of a tactic that he wants. I don't think he really sees himself making that type of money. It's foolish for him to really say that he stands by that.
I mean, there's no, if that's real, bro. If that's really,
it can't be. It can't be. He's not like Kyrie Irving. He's not even like Dame Lillard. Like those are reserved for guys.
Kyrie Irving, wasn't really. I mean, Kyrie Irving was sensational. You would pay money to really watch him, but like even like impact at winning basketball games, Kyrie wasn't that.
Yeah. No, Kyrie. What you talking about? When Kyrie was impactful?
No, he wasn't. In Cleveland, man, he on his live stream today. He said it. He said it on his live stream. I think it was yesterday on his Twitch. He was putting up numbers that didn't even impact winning, man, before LeBron got there. So he was just putting up empty calorie stats. He said it himself. He wasn't really an impact player.
Wasn't he playing with rookies?
Yeah, but you got to make those guys better, man.
So you want a rookie to make other rookies better?
Kyrie was just looking at it like, these guys aren't that good, so I'm just gonna have to go out there and score all the points, because he didn't trust his teammates and try to go out there and look to make them better. That was Kyrie's mindset.
That's a little different though, isn't it? Because he was like a rookie himself.
No, it's not though. See, and I think that's where people get things confused. If
I'm saying because Kyrie during that time was basically a rookie.
Yeah, but if you're the better player, in your game, and you could draw double teams and kick out instead of just scoring, you will raise the other, you know what I'm saying? You will raise the level of the team because you're doing a lot. You know what I'm saying? So that makes
I don't fault Cam for not making these other guys better. If these other guys is trash, you can't make them better, bro.
You see, that's the problem with this market. Wait, that's the problem.
If Ice was saying,
all I'm saying is, pass the ball more and play defense. I'm not saying go out there and make these dudes better. You can't make these dudes better, bro. These dudes are horrible.
Right. This is the thing that's not talked about in his market. He was on a bad system last few years. He had guys mostly who were defenders, guys who weren't spot up, offensive creators like him. And Cam felt like, okay, I try to pass the ball.
He got dudes out here that just goes out to the rim and just grab boards and then run back to the perimeter. Like these dudes, he
was passing assists to Cam Johnson, though. They weren't knocking the shots down. Yeah, and that's a negative on Cam's playmaking. So it wasn't like Cam wasn't trying, but when you have guys who you don't gel with, who aren't hitting the shots, Cam's like, okay, I can't let this hurt me. I got to focus on what I'm good at. I think Cam wanted to work with some of these guys. It's just an unbalanced system. What can you do, though, to be great at everything?
He don't pass a lot to Claxton, though. That's crazy. He don't pass.
He passed to Claxton a few times, which I thought looked good. He should have done it more. He should have done it more with Claxton. Yeah. Like Cam has to do that this year. If you're going to be the 2 guard, you got to find guys for open shots. You have to keep moving the ball, no dribbles, and take your efficient shots. If Cam does that, he definitely ups his financial value a little bit, at least. But
I
he's
mean,
got
the
to do
only
it.
other player he probably gonna have to be able to pass to is probably Claxton and MPJ. That's it.
Yeah.
Everybody else is
Claxton can't, score like that, man. He just doesn't
well,
have the
not score.
strength.
I mean, Allen,
Lobs.
you
He's
could
talking
throw
about
him a hoop or
lobs. He's talking about
something.
lobs,
Yeah, lobs.
BK. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not talking
okay.
about Claxton shooting mid-range shots. He was horrible that last year.
Like,
That
who
was
he gonna pass
nasty.
to? Yegor, bro. I mean, these. Like, let's be real, bro. I've drafted.
Wait,
Like,
hold on.
I don't know
Diego
why
says he's gonna
terrible.
become a really, really good shooter. He's gonna use this season to really develop into a good 3-point shooter.
No, he talked about BK. He talked about physicality, getting stronger in the gym. Quote him right. That's what he talked about, getting stronger. That's what he needs to work on, getting stronger as a player.
And
Man,
shooting,
like,
man.
Cam might be like our only best draft pick, bro.
Shooting,
And
listen,
the
shooting
organization
is the
don't
most
want to invest in him.
shooting
That's
is the
the
most important
problem.
skill in basketball, man. Shooting is the most important skill in basketball. I don't care what anybody says. Shooting is the most important. So shooting really should be like Yegor's main priority, you know. So
Jaeger did work on the threes. If you could see that translating regular season, I think Jaeger has some stuff figured out. But I need to see the interior offense. He had 2 interior plays that whole summer league. That has to change this season because he's 6'8". You can get past some guys. He just has to get stronger physically to do it. That's going to be the test.
I don't know
The
if he
way this
has.
league is, bro, nobody really plays inside like that. Everybody want to shoot, bro.
Yeah, everyone wants to shoot threes like Curry, man. That's why I hate
Hold
about
on.
the
You
NBA right
look
now.
at-
Everybody has to shoot like
so
Curry.
DJ Quentin Grimes didn't get a contract yet, right? And then he put up better numbers than Cam Thomas.
BK, you
Yeah, is
think
this true?
Kuminga's
Did Quentin Grimes not get a contract? I could have sworn he got a contract.
he didn't get it
No,
yet, but
he didn't get it yet. Yeah.
BK, you think Kuminga's taking that qualifying off for the $7 million?
Yes, he is.
He has no choice,
Wow.
man. I mean, if nobody else wants to offer him anything, he has no
Nobody has money
other
to offer
choice.
him anything.
Yes, no, they did offer him something, but they can't make the trade. The Suns and the Kings.
Bro, what that
offered him.
2 year? Oh, that was a 2-year deal. He didn't want to take that.
Nah, the Warriors offered him a 2-year deal. The Kings, the Suns offered him something else, and the Kings offered him something.
No, that was
Say,
a trade. That was a trade package that they was going to do. That wasn't.
I also heard Kuminga's camp
free agency
offered the
type
front office a 3-year, $82 million contract
the
to
Suns
keep
don't have no money.
Kuminga, and they didn't want that. I heard that him and his camp offered the front office an $82 million contract for 3 years, and they said, no, you have to take the 2-year, $40 million contract. So there's like a $40 million separation right now between both sides, which is
I
not
think they
probably
want
going
to
to
do that to try to see like what else can he do, like outside of what he did, because he actually played for. I ain't gonna lie, he played great in the playoffs, bro. I mean, he had no help. Jimmy Butler was a no.
Yeah, so it seems like that Jody Fernandez actually has a certain type of system or that they want to kind of like implement, and they don't really see Cam Thomas like fitting that type of system.
Well, the thing was, he did fit in the system a little bit last year because his playmaking was better and he was being more efficient. He just needs to be healthy to actually meet the system itself. He showed spurts. So that's what me and Ice were talking about on a stream before.
Spurts,
like you see
Jonathan,
little
Spurts is not
improvements. I agree. We all agree on that. That's
you
why
can't keep
we should.
accepting hard. The problem with our fan base is we keep taking and accepting mediocrity, bro. We can't keep accepting mediocrity.
I agree with you. It is mediocre. Right? That's why he needs to take this contract, let this be a prove-it year, and do it over 60 games.
With players coming into the building, playing mediocre, playing in spurts, and not doing it every night, bro. Or at
He's
least
got to be healthy and consistent. Cam's 2 biggest flaws are health and consistency. We all agree on that. He needs to show it, or he's never going to get
guys
a bump increase.
like Anthony Edwards and Steph Curry.
Hold on, to start traffic. The question is not about him playing what Cam Thomas playing with high level players. Yeah, 10-2. Yeah, again, the whole thing is him leading the team to a 10-2 record as him being the main guy and paying him 30-40 mil.
Cam was not even averaging 20 points.
But he don't have a team to do that with.
Exactly.
He doesn't have a team to do that with.
When did Cam ever average 20 points with Kevin Durant?
Yeah, listen, I think Cam could be no worse than a third guy, but he's not a primary or secondary guy just because he's missing those characteristics, physicality, the defense, the athleticism, the height. As much as Cam can score, he can do that as a good 3rd or 6th-man option. You can't force him to be that guy. Like that's the thing with Cam Thomas. He needs to realize too, like he has deficiencies, but you have strengths that you just need to utilize as a part of a system as a 3rd guy or a 6th-man. He can't be a 1st or 2nd guy. Nobody's going to give him that money, and he needs to realize that.
Let me ask DJ something. Do you think that because Cam Thomas thinks he's better than Jalen Green, he thinks he's better than Tyler Hero. I think he thinks he's better than like Emmanuel Quickly. I mean, he says he's. I don't know. I mean, this is. I can't
Wise,
get
yes.
into
I give
his
you scoring
mind
all day. Scoring, he's better scorer. But what else?
Yeah, I mean, you and I kind of like agree with that.
All right, let's
You
stop.
know, then you have
on,
Manuel. So Manuel Quickly over here.
I think he's. I don't even think. I mean, Emmanuel Quickly. The only thing Quickly has over him is probably the playmaking,
and speed. He's a quick guy too.
Yeah, the speed, the athleticism.
Yeah.
I just think Cam needs to
If
take this
this was Knicks
contract.
Quickly, I'll give Quickly that. But this is Raptors Quickly talking about right now. So
he needs to take this contract, or you do a sign trade. There's no way of fixing this. The 6 month
no, I
offer.
don't. What you asking me? I don't think he's better than Jalen Green and Tyler Hero. Like, yeah, I watched Tyler Hero, but I watched Tyler Hero since he's got drafted. Like Tyler Hero, the way he's improved, bro. That's how I imagine how I thought Cam was gonna improve, bro. Tyler Hero was one of the worst guard defenders in the league, and now he's improved his defense. It's not great.
Hero has
way
shown
better than what it was before.
Time.
What about Jalen Green though? Is he better than Jalen Green?
I think at this point, I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say, bro.
I think Jalen Green has the tools. He just doesn't want to use them.
Playoffs, bro. Like that's just the playoffs.
I just think Cam better than all of them at scoring. I think that's
it though. Like that's really it. And the Tyler Hero and Cam Thomas is not even that far off.
Well, the difference with Hero is he won a 6-man award.
Tyler Hero averages like 25 a game.
The difference with Hero is he's won a 6-man award. He has accolades. He's been a third option, and this past season he was a first option, which it wasn't great, but he showed he could still continue with scoring. And he became an all-star. No, he became an all-star. Listen, it was good, but it wasn't great because it didn't lead to the winning impact.
What was you watching?
No, DG, I'm being respectful here. He's earned accolades, right? He became an all-star this past year. He's won 6-man before. He's been a third option. And this year, but this year he got to be a first option. It wasn't great, but he was good as trying to be that guy. It wasn't great.
He was the only one. Him and Davion Mitchell was the only one doing something, bro. Bam was a no-show.
I know, but if you had a star with Hero, he would have been great. I'm trying to say, but he's good as trying to be a primary guy, but he's never going to be a primary guy. That's what I'm saying.
All right, so Emmanuel Quickly, how he signed his extension. Hold on.
He looked like
so Emmanuel Quickly wasn't injury prone before his extension, so he played a lot more games, and like you saw it, like again, a larger sample size. Maybe Cam, like I said, I'm not like hating on Cam Thomas. Maybe
it's kind of hard though, because Quickly, he's got a lot of dudes on that team he got to pass to though. So it's only one basketball.
Yeah.
This just became the worst time for him to be a free agent. Like the market was against it from the get-go. He just has to wake up and realize, take the offer, or you just want out, take the $6 million qualifying offer. But if he takes that offer, it's just going to be a mess. There's no way of getting out of that. That's just a mess if he does that.
So what y'all think about what JC says over here, man? He says Cam Thomas last game before getting injured, he put up 24 points,
that's
10 assists, and 6 runs.
If he was doing that all season, he gets around $20 million. If he did those type of numbers all season,
nobody disagree on that. But that's what I'm talking about with him starting to hit the other gear that he needs to get to as far as passing and rebound. Right. In his fourth year, like I said, the stats lined up for everybody else. Donovan Mitchell, whoever you want to line up stats against, his shooting and his scoring is lined up within the assists and the rebounding. And he started to show a little bit more of that this season before he got hurt. So when I say, when you talk about I have faith in Cam, no, I'm seeing the improvement. I just don't know if he's going to get to that level. But I say Cam is also behind those guys because his rookie year and the second year, he only played 15 to 16 minutes a game.
But these Donovan ended up
playing 31 and 31. So they got the time, you know what I'm saying, to adjust. So Cam is, to me, Cam's still learning.
He is.
But these are not on consistent basis games though. These is like one game here and then 10 games.
Right.
Later.
That's the problem. He's giving you the spurts, but like you say, DJ,
Those
he's
are
got to do it.
spurts, though,
He's
bro.
got to
So,
do
I
it.
mean,
He's got to do it in like.
how can we
He's got to
really
do it.
evaluate this and
Listen,
say,
just
oh,
hold
he's
on, hold on.
improving when it's
Compare him to the best players in the league, man. This is really simple, man. Look, compare him to Cade Cunningham, compare him to Shea, compare him to Ant-Man,
you
Donovan
have to
Mitchell.
compare him. If you want him, if y'all want him on the ice, if you want him to be the best player on your team, you're gonna have to compare him to them dudes, bro, because those dudes are the best players on their team.
And there's no comparison because those guys have gone farther than him. So that's just it. It's
And
that
them
simple.
and half of them dudes is in this draft class.
But what I'm saying is to you, right? When I checked the numbers earlier, compared to their fourth year, to Cam's third and fourth year, the only thing they had over Cam was rebounding and assists. That's
And defense.
And hold on, they're taller, they're more athletic.
Cade
Right?
was a way when Cade
as
came
far
into the
as
league,
far
Cade
as
was a
numbers,
way
as
better
far
defender.
as
You're just
numbers.
looking at, hold on, you're looking at it one dimensionally.
No, I'm not looking at it. I'm just explaining what I did earlier. As far as numbers, as the guys that he's looking at,
Don't
as
leave out
far as
defense.
numbers, he is lined up with those guys as far as the scoring and the field goal percentage and 3-point percentage. He's lined up with those guys with that. As far as the rebounding and assists, he is behind. And I said those guys started 2 years before Cam. They got their playing time. So Cam is about 2 years. I'm saying he's about 2 years behind those guys. That's what I'm saying.
Bro, I don't want no dude that's undersized that don't play no defense as my best player, bro. I'm sorry.
No, that's very fair points. And if Cam was averaging that type of number right there for like 15 out of 20 games last year,
bro.
he could have made a case.
John. They say that this dude plays defense. He gives effort, bro. There's no he does not, bro. There's no defense being played. What are y'all watching?
I've listened. Cam's defense is never gonna be anything special. We've seen it. We've seen him get crushed by guys who are more athletic than him.
One of the worst I've seen.
Listen,
Yeah,
his
like
defense is never.
he doesn't do any ball denials. He doesn't get.
I got one game on right now.
What he did have last year, what he had at the beginning of last year, he was getting some steals last year defensively. He did have some steal numbers. They weren't great, but they were like a little bit.
I'm talking about let's say. All right, Cade Cunningham, you're not going to like shut him down, right? You're not going to really like lock him down. You're not holding him to 0 points, but right, you can affect his efficiency. Like you make him work harder, right, to score the points. And the Cam Thomas guarding him or guarding one of these elite guys in the league, I mean, they'll score like 25 points on 14, 15 like field goal attempts, man. It would be like equivalent to like you playing like a 12-year-old. You just get whatever shot you want. They can't put any kind of resistance on you or anything like that, man. So I mean that's what it's like with Cam Thomas.
Why can't he just be the guy that comes off the bench, gets buckets, and
ego.
Listen,
I don't understand it, bro.
If the Nets were in contention, he was our sixth man. None of us would be complaining because at least we know we would give us. But
I think he is.
You know what it is? He's 23 years old right now.
I'm say, BK. This is all I'm gonna say, bro. When Cam comes back, say if he comes back this year, because I think he is. Prove it. Just prove it to the front office. Prove that you can play. You could play defense. Prove that you can play make on a consistent basis. Prove that you can rebound the ball and prove that you can be a number one option. Prove it, bro.
Right. Listen.
Everything this year and last year to prove it.
Everything Jay and I am saying, everything DJ and I am saying about this are 100% right. Let this be a prove it year. Let this the facts speak
last
for
year.
itself.
I mean, he hasn't proven it, bro.
And we'll critique it fairly. We'll talk about his good games this year, his bad games when he's still work on. But if he has mostly a lot of good effort performances, you're looking at least a 5 to 10 bump in your salary next year, at least if he meets the ceiling.
Hold on, JC. Austin Reeves. I'm not an Austin Reeves fan.
Numbers without AD and LeBron, bro. So
he playmates though. He's a willing passer. Like he doesn't go out there just look to score. You know, and that's why they kind of favored him over like Lonnie Walker, like who's wired to score. Like at least Austin Reeves, even though he's a cone on defense, but he looks to pass. He can run some point.
And for his size, he's a very good rebounder.
Yeah,
and rebounds. Yeah.
I would say this: if Cam is going to be a third option on this team ever, he needs a good front court. Because if you don't have a good front court, he will get crushed defensively. He needs a good front court next to him. That's a problem too with trying to utilize Cam Thomas. You can't utilize him as a top option unless you have a good front court.
We got big fan Breeze.
Uh-oh.
What is what
Yeah,
what even is
he
our
does
front
not
court, to
like
be
Yeah.
the
honest?
conversations we're having. We're attacking Cam Thomas. My fault for
No,
having you on hold that long. I didn't see it, man. Go ahead, man. Go ahead, Breezy. Man, speak your
Yeah, nah, I gotta laugh every time you introduce me on this show. You do that. That shit is hilarious, bro. Yo, shout out to Hoops, man. Nets fans is the best fans. You already know. But yo, bro, the front office, so they haven't done right by anybody. It's not just Cam Thomas. They overpaid Joe Harris. They didn't pay Jared Allen. So, but I want to agree with DJ and John off rip. Yeah, let him come back and prove it. I think he's the best fit for the rookies and the window he's in. Like other players that y'all would consider more talented than Cam Thomas, if they come here, do they even fit in that window? You know, Cam Thomas is in the window where he's good for Jordy going into his second year. You know, some players they may be in a contract year if they get traded here. That's not good for Jordy because they're going to be taking opportunities away from the rookies. You know what I'm saying? I just think Cam Thomas is the best fit. He's not necessarily the best player in the NBA. That's not why he's my favorite player. He's my favorite player because in Brooklyn, I think he's one of the best players that Sean Marks ever drafted. Him and Jared Allen, in my opinion.
How can let me ask you something? How can you look at guys like
Or
Anthony
that KD
Edwards,
draft.
Donovan Mitchell, Kay Cunningham, Shea, and then say, "Oh, I want Cam Thomas to be a starter on the team." I want to get those
Yeah,
kind
that's
of
just
guys, though. I want to
insane to
get
me,
those kind
bro.
of players.
That's insane to me.
What you
That's
mean?
crazy.
Cam Thomas is the best scorer on the Brooklyn
No,
Nets.
listen to it. I'm gonna repeat the question again. I'm gonna repeat. Everybody, be quiet.
That's scoring. That's scoring, bro.
All right. I said, how can you look at guys like Shea Gildas Alexander, Kay Cunningham, right? Even
Mhm.
like let's say people in his bracket, Anthony Edwards, Donovan Mitchell, and then say, hey, I want Cam Thomas on my team to start and be the focal point.
Because he never had the chance. Yo, let me say this. Let me just talk basketball with you. Let me talk basketball with you real quick.
There's no
Bro,
way, bro.
when y'all quote unquote say he was the first option, he wasn't, bro. It's 24 seconds on the shot clock. They was giving him the ball in the third basketball action. So the ball would swing to McCall or it'd be Spence, McCall, and Cam Johnson. They was
Bro, that was
all touching the ball
2023.
before. No, I'm just saying. Even last year when it was Schroeder, he wasn't the number one option. Schroeder ran that offense. That's fair. That's fair to say.
What?
Cam Thomas was
Schroeder was
not the
more so
first
like the
option.
playmaker. He was like the playmaker esque, but the offense
Yeah,
really ran through Cam though.
Yeah, even
as a
Mikal
number
Bridges
one
was saying
option.
it. Mikal Bridges
Even
was
Mikal
saying it
Bridges
like
was
the
saying like
offense
the
was like,
offense
yeah, they
really
want, yeah.
ran through Cam.
That's because McCall could say that because they went to him first. When they went to him first, we talking about when he was here, but that was 2 seasons ago. But
Well,
I
I think
don't
it was
see.
like 1A, 1B. I mean, it was like kind of you take a turn, I take a turn. It was like kind
Yeah,
of
there
like
wasn't
that.
really no offensive identity right there. Yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah.
wasn't. I feel like
Yeah,
that's different. I wouldn't say it was all through Mikal.
nah, I don't think so neither. But to Hope's point, bro, Cade Cunningham is a great player. Shea is a great
Phenomenal.
player. They both big point guards. I'm
It's like,
not saying.
all right. Let me try something different. All right, so I look at Claxton as the starting center, then I look at Jokic. I mean, I don't want Claxton.
I don't want him
I
as
want
my
something
starting
like
center, bro.
Jokic. I want something like Shangoon. You know what I'm saying? I want
I feel
somebody like
he just want
a
Somebody that
Nas
could
independent
score.
Reed.
traits. That's what he want,
Somebody
bro.
that could
It's
score in
like
the paint.
Noah Clowney. I look at like Nas Reed and Noah Clowney. Like Noah Clowney's on that
Breezy,
team, but then I
you
watch
can't deny
Nas
what he's
Reed.
saying though.
I'm
Like
like,
these dudes, bro.
what are we
These
talking
dudes that
about
we
over here,
have
man?
just don't measure up to
Bro,
these other dudes,
they could
bro.
run the offense through Jokic. They could run the offense through MB, bro. These dudes, they play inside the 3-point line, bro. I got no problem with somebody playing inside the 3-point line. I want that too.
No, I'm
But I don't
making a
think you
point.
gotta trade Cam Thomas to do it.
I'm making a point. So, like, how
Nah,
can
you don't
you
gotta
look
trade
at
Cam. Maybe
guys like
everybody else,
even
not
like let's
Cam.
say Jalen Brunson, right? How he carried that Knicks team. You look at Jalen Brunson. You look at even like you want to throw Tyrese Halliburton in there, Cade Cunningham, Shea Gillis Alexander,
Maxey.
Ant Man. I look at all these players, and then I look at Cam Thomas, and I'm like, nah, I want those guys. You know, they're just better, right? They just
I gotta give Cam. And my thing is, I'm not trying to say he should do what they doing. I'm saying with these rookies, he's a good fit. He's not gonna step on their toes. They're gonna get minutes. Drake
yes, it
Powell.
is. It's a contract. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. He wants a contract. Of course, he's going to step on it.
Cam has an ego,
Thomas is
bro.
playing
Like, I
for a
don't think you realize
contract.
Cam has an ego.
No, what I'm saying is, how are you gonna step on their toes? You don't think? I think Drake Powell,
Because
Diego,
he's
Spencer
gonna
Rattler, all of
Playing
them are
for a
going to.
contract. He wants to put up as much as
he's playing for a contract, so he's not looking at it like, oh, let me mentor these guys. He's not that type of guy. He's not gonna say, let me mentor
I don't
these
think he
guys
has that
at the
kind
end
of
the day.
leadership ability.
I think Breezy, when you look at like young guys, when they playing for contracts, they typically don't like go out there and say, let me mentor, help these young rookies. They just go out there and play for a contract, get their money, and then take a backseat.
There's a difference between playing like team, like playing to win,
all
and
the
playing
time,
for a contract. And Cam Thomas is like trying to prove out there that, hey, I'm this guy. I'm the actual best player, in the league. I mean, that's what he said out of his own mouth. That he's one of those guys, and he's looking at it in terms of making money. I
think scoring wise, he's up there, but just everything else is the problem.
Yeah,
like, I think, to be honest, bro, it's not even all of Cam's fault, bro. To be honest, I'm just gonna give him some grace. It's not even all of his fault, because like they should have like taught him, because like the way he came up, it was just like score the ball. So he just doesn't. Right. He didn't have that mentality of let me do everything else.
Well, his his minds. He was like everybody falls in love with basketball for different reasons, right? Some people like to pass, some people like to rebound. This guy,
but I think he took the Kobe thing to a different level.
That's what I'm saying. He's a Kobe guy.
Kobe wasn't teaching, hog the ball and just score the ball, bro. That wasn't what Kobe was teaching.
Well, I mean, Kobe was like that at one point, man.
No, I mean, if you want to go when he was like 18 years old, sure. But I mean, he grew out of that though, bro. What, that didn't last.
Well, Phil Jackson had to get him out of that mindset. Same thing with
if you listen to how Kobe talked, bro, it wasn't like, oh, let me hog the ball every single game and not pass the ball, not get my teammates better. Because let's be real, bro, he made his teammates better.
I don't know. Not like during that 06 year after Shaq left.
What, bro?
I mean, I see him take a lot of bad shots.
He made D-Lo better. He made all them dudes speak up highly about Kobe. How he made them better, bro.
I mean, better in terms of like preparation, like taking the game very seriously. But in terms of shot selection, passing,
I mean,
I'm not saying Kobe didn't do that very well, but like, and that's true. Kobe was a certified ball hog. It's right. He's right.
Not all his career though. I mean, early on, when he was like 18 to like 21, 22.
Yeah.
But let's not sit here and act like
he looks at that. Like I said, that's what Cam Thomas is like. Mind is like the human brain is like a computer. You can program your mind really to kind of think a certain way. You don't get 5
rings off of just being a ball hog, bro.
Well, Shaq, like I said, Shaq got 3 Finals MVPs, right?
And,
so he
and Kobe was the best.
He got carried. He got carried. To those
Kobe got 3 without him, though.
2.
Okay, 2. He got 2 without him.
Yeah, but you have Paul Gasol. You got Andrew Bynum.
So now you doing a discredit.
It's a team game. It's a team sport. He didn't win those. He didn't win those chips on his own.
Exactly. Shaq wouldn't have gotten that without Kobe.
Well, Kobe wouldn't have got those without Shaq.
Oh, okay then. Then say that, bro. Keep the same energy from both players.
All right. Yeah. All right. But so where's Breezy at? You there, man? So that's my whole point, man. Yeah, so that's my whole point. I just look at the top players and I look at Donovan Mitchell. You could throw Steph Curry in there, how he impacts the game, and then I'll just look at Cam Thomas, and I'm like,
Steph is undersized too.
Hold on, I just wanted to add to it's a team game part with you and DJ, bro. It's the coaching too. JB Bickerstaff is a way better coach, and he was coaching Donovan Mitchell. He was over there, and then now he's over there with Cade Cunningham. He's a good coach. Bro, Cam Thomas never even had a good coach. Jordy Fernandez, he do his best, but the truth is that he don't play to shrimps. He's still asking him to play and develop as well.
You don't think Jordy's a good coach? You don't think he's a good coach?
No, I'm not saying that he's not a good coach. I'm saying that he's developing Cam Thomas to shoot the long ball, but he wasn't playing to his shrimps for the most part. Cam Thomas shrimps is inside the 3-point line and looking for clacks in the P&R. They wasn't doing no PNRs with Cam Thomas and
have they ever?
It was only 25 games. It was only 25 games, so it's hard to say. You know what I'm saying?
Who was JC was comparing Kyrie?
I mean, to be honest, BK, don't you think it's hard to play pick and roll with a guy like Claxton who don't provide offense at all?
Yes, it is hard. It depends. I mean, on like can Cam like draw Claxton's defender to him? And to me, like I said, if you're let's say who's one of the best. Let's say Jay McDaniels is guarding like Cam Thomas, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's no reason to send help. I mean, Jaden, he's not going to score on
Jalen
Jaden
McDaniels
McDaniels
can
like
hold his
that.
own.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and you go, so it all depends on the team and how bad defensively, the team is. But like for the most part, if you're a really, really good defender, like Jalen Brown, right, when healthy, and he's guarding Cam Thomas, there's no need to send help. I mean, Cam Thomas is not going to really get by him.
Bro, I seen Cam Thomas giving Jalen Brown work.
Yeah, but that I'm talking about like when it's for real, like in a 7-game series. Because you saw what he did to Luka, you seen what he did to Kyrie Irving, and that's because I was just like you. I was like I wanted Cam Thomas, but then when I saw the finals, and I'm like last year,
Yeah,
and
Boston
I saw what
honestly, Boston
Jalen
really
Brown
them down. Boston
was doing to Kyrie. I'm like, whoa! I said, damn, if he could do that to Kyrie, one of the most skilled players in NBA history, what the hell do you think he's going to do to Cam Thomas?
Bro, I think Cam Thomas could score on anybody, bro. That's just me, though.
What?
On anybody, bro.
That's not true.
Yeah, you
Breezy.
see,
There's
when
actual
Jalen Brown,
factual evidence to where he hasn't scored on just everybody.
yeah, I mean, in the regular season, like I said, you look at the
He's
regular
been guarded
season.
by Jalen Brown. Look at the stats.
If you're going to like the finals, right? Like Boston was.
That's why he mentioned
You're
Jalen
going to
Brown.
like conserve your energy. You're not going to go out there and play defense for all 48 minutes, like every single game in the regular season. But in a
They're not
playoff
efficient
series,
numbers when he's being guarded by defenders.
yeah, in a playoff series, yeah, you're going to.
Bro, I
And
just feel like at the end of the day, with all of the playmakers that we got, we need somebody that's a shot creator, bro. And just for what it's worth, when you building a championship roster, you need more than one shot creator. You do. When you look at last
You
year,
need at
you got
least three.
Jalen Williams, Aaron Shea. You got Halliburton and Siakam. You like both teams that went to the finals had more than one shot creator. You need more than one shot creator, bro.
I mean, they had what Mathurin. They had what's the old boy's name? The one that can shoot.
yeah, you got
man.
Nimrod.
Neil Smith. You're talking about Neil Smith.
Neem Smith. Yeah,
Nimrod.
Neem
Yeah,
Smith,
so he
Smith,
was
yep.
yeah.
Yeah, they had some Obi. You can even throw Obi Toppin in there too.
He's not a shot creator. I mean, I've seen him try.
He looked like one to me.
Yeah, at times, but you can't ask him to like do it for like he could do it in
like
spurts,
15 points
but you
a
can't
night.
ask him to do it in like 35 minutes a game, man. It just looks bad. Like he's
No, of course not. You got he's gonna come off the bench
in spurts, in certain spurts, depending on the situation.
Okay,
yeah,
I'll give you that.
because there's times like Obi Toppin
I just
the
pictured in my
games.
head him out there for 30 minutes. That's terrible.
Yeah, exactly. Like you running the offense, like him, like the ball, like the offense
The
running
Knicks
through
are
him.
still stupid for letting him go though.
Well, he was willing to listen more. Like he was willing to like play a role. Maybe on the Knicks he was trying to be the guy.
Rick Carlisle then what's his name? Tom Thibodeau. I'd rather listen to Rick Carlisle, bro.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, he's
Carlisle know
more
what
of
he's
a better offensive minded coach than Tibbs.
He's a better all around coach.
All right, let me see what Harlem got to say. Harlem on the rise. What's good, man? My fault for having you on.
Y'all stop the Kobe disrespecting the comments too.
Nah, it was good, yo.
Yo, so what you think, man? Cam Thomas signed this qualifying offer. No other general managers, Harlem. They don't really believe in Cam. They don't want to trade for him. It looks bleak next year because of the draft, and let's see how the draft looks next year. We'll see what happens there. Is it just the end of Cam Thomas's career, his NBA career? We've seen it with like Marshawn Brooks and Killian Hayes.
Hell no, bro. You wildin', bro.
Talking about it's the end of his career. Come on, bro.
No, I'm saying listen, there's no guarantees, man.
No, hold on. I can agree.
Better players coming out.
If he keeps this ego up if Cam has this ego for the rest of his career, maybe it will be.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
It's not the end. Don't say it like Killian Hayes. That sounds crazy.
So what I'm saying is, for one, Cam Thomas is a professional. Even though he did that with Zach Lowe or whatever, you don't see him. He's a professional.
But
you don't see him.
Breeze,
you don't.
Do you think it's professional what he's doing, going to the internet talking about the Nets?
Wait, you mean he went to the internet and talk about the Nets? What did he say?
On his Instagram story, bro, talking about I'm worth this. If you don't value me, come on, bro. You don't see.
I didn't see that. I didn't say
Yeah,
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
all right.
it was up
So, all
there.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
All
let
right,
me
but
let,
say
let,
this,
Harlem,
BK.
let Harlem go. Let Harlem go. Go ahead, Harlem.
Right. All right. So I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Right.
and he
Cam
unfollowed the
Thomas.
Nets.
Cam Thomas is better than Emmanuel quickly. He's better than fucking who's the other guy that he named?
Oh, yeah, hold on. We got to watch the language, man. They only gave me, when
Oh,
you was cussing up a storm, they only gave me 50 cents on that live stream, man.
I'm dead. Um.
They said Jalen
So
Green.
Jalen, he better than quickly. He better than Jalen Green. And Tyler Hero, in my opinion, it's like a toss up. It could go either way. Like I don't
Okay,
think
I
Tyler's
can agree
better
with
than
that.
him, but I don't think Cam is better than him. I think it's like they
It's like
pretty much
equal.
like right there with each other. But my thing is, they all got paid. Listen, bro, Cam Thomas is a hell of a talent. I feel like the Nets should pay him, but I also feel if they don't pay him, he should go somewhere else where he's valued. That's how I feel. You know what I'm
All right.
saying? Like if
Where
Problem
would
is,
that
Brooklyn
be?
don't
Harlem,
value him,
nobody else values him around the league. Nobody.
that's not facts though. That's some shit you made
So
up.
why nobody? How come he can't get a Mikal Bridges type haul then?
Yo, first of all, right, let's
It's an
keep it a buck.
anomaly though, BK. You gotta use something else.
Cam Thomas is way better than Mikal Bridges, right? And this
No,
is
he's
coming from
not.
a guy that likes the Knicks. Nah, he is, bro. And the
What?
only reason why the Knicks he's way better than Bridges. And the only reason why the Knicks paid like that for Bridges is because they wanted the
All right, hold
Villanova
on.
guys
All right,
back.
all right. So if you want to say, yeah, okay, like talent wise, yes,
I think the
he's definitely
scoring,
more
yeah, he's
talented
better
than Mikal
scorer wise.
Bridges, right? But is
Yeah.
he more valuable than Mikal Bridges?
Yeah,
That like,
valuable.
Yes.
yeah,
Yo,
that's the
listen,
key thing.
BK, right?
For a championship
So
roster, he's not more valuable.
so listen, BK, so you're not listening, right? The reason why you have no validity to what you're saying is everything that you throw at Cam Thomas is not factual, right? So okay, so let's go down the list. Has Cam Thomas ever had legit help? No. So you can sit here and say, "Yo, Harlem, he hasn't done X, Y, Z," right? And I'm gonna keep saying this to you. LaMelo Ball been in the NBA 6 or 7 years. He never made it to the playoffs. Never,
He's
right?
hurt, injured.
No,
He's
no,
always
no,
hurt.
no, 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 no.
Yeah,
But
yeah, that
I
the,
don't want to
matters.
hear
but
Injuries
that.
hold
matter.
on, BK. The same thing
I
could
don't
be
want to hear
said though.
that,
He's
bro.
had no help, bro.
Some of them years he wasn't hurt, right? So anyway, right? He been in the
It's
league
the same.
7
BK,
years.
hold up, real
Wait,
quick,
wait,
Harlem.
wait, 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 wait,
BK,
wait.
it's the same thing though, BK. Because the thing is
Right.
Lamelo he's had horrible rosters.
Wait. Right. So he been in the league 7 years, right? He never made it, right? So, but nobody in the world is gonna say, "Yo, Lamelo Ball is ass. He can't help a team." Nobody's gonna say that, right? So my thing is, Cam Thomas has never had
Well, I can say that.
adequate help. He's never had adequate help, right? You look at Trey Young, you could say, "Oh, Trey Young made it to the Eastern Conference Finals 2 years ago." Yeah, he did, but why didn't they win? He didn't really have the help. So these are players that's really, really good players, right? People would
Wait a
love
minute.
to
They
have
made it to the
Trey
Eastern
Young.
Conference Finals. He had the help, man. But the
He
problem is
didn't.
with Trey
Yeah,
He
Young.
they
didn't
Hold on.
hold
have.
hold up.
He
Harlem. That
They
year they
swallowed
did
the
have the help.
whistle. Hold on.
They
They
traded everybody
swallowed the
away after that
whistle
year.
in the playoffs. I mean, Trey
Hey, yo,
Young's not
BK, listen to what I'm
at all.
saying, bro. John Collins and Clint Capella is not adequate help, my guy. Stop it.
But hold on.
It's not.
But hold up. That year they was playing out of their mind them years, bro.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying that they wasn't. What I'm saying is, right, the team that
No,
they
I get
lost
no
to,
Harlem. I get what you're saying. I'm
they
agreeing with what you're
wasn't like
saying.
a good
I get
enough
what you're saying.
team. So what I'm trying to say is, right, but nobody's gonna say we don't value Trey Young. And I'm not saying Cam Thomas is Trey Young, but what I'm trying to say is if you put a Trey Young with Cam Thomas, right, the Nets would be a lot better. So
No,
that
no,
means,
not,
Nah, not
bro,
nah, nah.
defense. That's
listen to what
horrible.
I'm listen to what I'm
That would
saying.
be a horrible
Listen to
To,
what I'm,
defense.
to
listen to
the
what
point,
I'm saying.
hell, hold on. They're not giving
Listen,
Trey Young those calls.
listen to what I'm saying before you rebuttal, right? If you put a Trey Young with a Cam Thomas, the Nets would be a lot better. Listen to what I'm saying before you rebuttal, BK, right? They would be better. This is a fact, right? Because now you have a legit playmaker, correct? Right. Trey Young can
Yeah,
give you
but
7 and 9
then you
assists,
got
right? This is hold on,
defensive
DJ. Let me
liabilities.
finish. let me talk to BK, right? So Trey Young can give you 7 to 9 assists, right? So that's a legitimate
15.
playmaker. And then you have somebody that can legit give you 25 points, right? Along with Cam Thomas. So now you have two players that can give you 25 to 30. You have a legit playmaker, and then you fill the roster out around them, right? Now, I'm not saying that's a championship, but that's a beginner
That's
to something that can be longevity, right? But Cam Thomas has never had that. So your judgment on him is not really an accurate judgment because the guy never had help. So get the man help and then make a judgment. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like nobody's good enough
honestly
to
Trey
do it by
Young and
themselves.
Cam don't
That's
work.
what I'm
They
saying.
don't work in the
I'm not
backcourt.
looking at it I'm looking at it from a talent, like a player perspective. Like I'm just comparing him to like the top guys in the league, right? And I'm saying like I want
Yo,
like if you watch
BK,
the
but
Nets, if you
even
watch
the
the Nets,
top guys got help, bro. This is what I'm trying to say.
When you watch the Nets back,
But
and I
they're
think it
the
was
best players on their
2002
roster,
when they
though.
played the Lakers, and Jason Collins was our center, and then you had Shaq, right? I'm like,
Bro,
hold on, get rid of
but the
Jason
top
Collins and give
players,
me Dan Shaq. We need that type of like
but
impact
the
player.
top players have help. Kevin
That's what he
Durant
just said, Harlem.
had Bill
That's
and
what he just
Booker.
said. You gotta
No,
listen to what
right.
he's saying.
So, all right. So, if that's what he's saying, I don't understand the
He's
judgment of
saying
Cam
basically
Thomas.
what we were saying. Hold on, basically before you came up here, we were saying that if you want somebody to be your number one option, right? You have your number one option, you got your second, third, and then the rest of the team fills out. Them dudes, if you measuring up to these other championship teams, bro, we so far away. It's ridiculous. Like we don't have the best. We don't even have a number one option or franchise player.
Cam
We
Thomas
don't
is
have.
the number one
No,
option,
he's
though,
not.
bro.
He's not
No,
though,
I'm
man.
talking
It's only
about.
a bad roster.
Oh
Hold on, BK, hold up.
If you was to put,
Hold
hold
up,
on.
hold up, BK,
If
hold
you
up.
was to
I got it right here,
if
BK.
you was
Hold
to
up.
take Kay Cunningham off, right? Take Kay Cunningham
We
off.
talking
Bro,
about
if
if
you
we
put
talking about if we
Cade
wanted to go out
Cunningham
and
on
win a
the Nets,
championship,
yo,
bro.
bro, hold on, bro. If you put Cade Cunningham on the Nets right now, they still ass, my
No,
nigga.
they're
Stop
10
it,
games
bro.
better.
Yes,
They're
they
10 to
are,
12 games
bro.
better.
Hold
Yes,
up,
they
BK. We don't
are,
have
bro.
nobody.
No, no, no,
Hold
Yes,
up.
no.
they are,
They're 10,
bro.
they're
If
10 to
you
12
put
games better.
Cade, yo, BK, if you put Cade Cunningham, right,
Hold
Zaire
up, hold up. You
Williams,
the same person.
Nick
Wait, hold on.
Claxton,
You said that our players
yeah,
was better than the Detroit Pistons players.
what I said was if you put Cam Thomas on that Detroit team, right? Don't change what I said. I said
They
if
don't
you
get to
No,
put
I'm
playoffs.
talking about
Cam
before
with,
this conversation. You said
and this is what I
because you was
said,
like,
right? I'm telling you what I
yeah,
said. I said if
exactly.
you put Cam Thomas with fucking Isaiah Stewart,
Jalen
fucking
Duran.
Duran,
They're not
Tobias
making the
Harris, if
playoffs.
you put him with the same team, they would be better than if you
No, they're
put
not.
Cade
Yes.
with the current. Oh my god, bro, this is crazy, dog.
No,
You
because
crazy,
hold up. I
BK.
think you missing because you're looking at the scoring aspect, right?
Good.
If Cam goes to Detroit, I give you
Bro, I'm
that. He's
looking
gonna
at
give
the
you.
defensive aspect. You got Isaiah
No, I'm
Stewart,
talking
and
about.
you
Listen,
have
what I'm saying, bro.
Jalen
Hold
Durant.
up. Cam
Go,
still got
go,
to guard
go.
his dude too.
Bro, oh, and he will, bro. And that's what I'm trying to say, bro.
What?
Like if you look at
He
the
hasn't
Pistons
though, Harlem. He
roster,
hasn't. His defensive numbers is so bad.
yo, bro, we gotta agree to disagree, bro. That's it.
But no, that's an
We
actual. Hold
just
up, hold
gotta
up. There's
agree
no
to
like.
disagree, bro.
There's no opinion based or nothing like. That's an actual fact. Those are actual numbers, bro. His defensive stats is
Bro,
horrible.
again, I just
You can
agree
look
to
those numbers
disagree,
up. If
bro.
you go on Stat News right now, those numbers is there.
Bro, we could look up stats all we want. We're talking about if you just switch two players on
Okay,
two different
hold on.
teams,
Okay,
bro.
hold on. Let me ask you another question. If you all
Go
right,
ahead.
Cam is on the all right, hold up, BK, hold on. So Cam is
Go
on
ahead.
Detroit, right? Is he
Uh-huh.
gonna bring the playmaking and rebounding that K does, bro? K be averaging almost a triple double sometimes.
Yo, bro, if you put Cade on the Nets, they ass still, bro.
No, bro. I'm saying if you put Cam on the Detroit Pistons, like how you said about
Mm-hmm.
Cade Cunningham, you swapping players, right? Is
Mm-hmm.
Cam gonna provide the rebounding and playmaking that Cade does on a consistent night that Cade did
Bro,
this
he
season?
don't have to. He's not
He
a point
does
guard.
though. Who's
He's
hold
not
up?
a
So
point
who's gonna
guard.
be playing? All right,
He's not
hold
a
on.
point guard.
So who
He's not a
provides the
point
playmaking?
guard. Cam is a two guard.
Hold on. Listen to what I'm
Cade is
saying.
a point guard.
You not let me finish, bro. Hold on.
Go
So
ahead, finish. Go ahead.
who provides the playmaking over there on Detroit
Bro,
when
they
Cade is
probably
off?
gonna have Jaden Ivory run. Yo, bro, let me ask you a
I
question, DJ.
I be giving you
If
like
you put
4
Cade,
assists.
if you put Cade on the Nets, right? Who they 5, DJ?
You said who's the 5?
Yeah, 12. If you have Kato in that,
Yo, BK, let DJ talk, bro.
What
Let
he said,
DJ
bro? I
talk,
can't hear what he
bro.
said, bro.
One at a
Hold on. What he
time.
said?
If you put Cade on the Nets, who they 5? DJ, name them. Who they 5?
What do you mean?
This current team with our rookies.
Bro, who the 5, my nigga?
Last year's team.
Right? No. I'm talking about right now.
He's talking
If
about
you
right now.
swipe Cade for Cam and you put who they starting 5, name them, bro.
Cade, Keon Johnson. Probably. I mean, I guess
new guys.
you could throw
Hey,
Hey, yo,
MPJ in.
BK, can you let that man speak, bro? You gonna have your turn after. Let him speak, bro.
I said
Go
Cade.
ahead.
I said Cade,
Uh-huh.
Keon Johnson.
Uh-huh.
Throw in MPJ maybe, and then maybe Clown or maybe Danny Wolf and then Claxton, something like that.
I don't think Keon starts at the 2.
So all right, hold on,
who would
no.
play the 2 guard?
Yo, LM, don't jump in yet, right? Let this
I don't
man
know who our
defend
2.
himself, right?
I only said that because I don't know who our 2 guard is.
Everybody gonna have their shot, right? So this nigga said Cade, Keon Johnson, Michael Porter. He said Danny Wolf and Nick Claxton. So DJ, right? As good as, cause like you and BK,
I said, hold up, you asking the wrong bro. You asking the wrong dude, bro. I said I agree with you about
no,
bro.
no, cool, bro. No. I'm just talking to you, right?
I just
Because
think I just think you're missing the whole Cam Thomas point.
bro,
like
I'm not,
no.
I'm not, no. I'm not missing nothing. It's just that you sounding
Cam
crazy
Thomas
right now. No.
to the 6-man spot. Like think about this. Hold
Bro,
on. Think about
listen,
this.
we not changing the goalpost.
No, I'm not
We
moving
not
the
changing the
goalpost.
goalpost.
But I think you're missing out what Cade provides, bro. That's why Detroit
Bro,
was so
listen,
good,
yo, DJ, listen to me, bro. Listen to me, right? That's they squad, right? You said Cade, Keon Johnson, right? You said Michael Porter, Clowney, and sorry, Danny Wolf, and you said Claxton, right? So how many games do they win with that starting 5, DJ?
Same amount.
Yo, nobody answer. Let DJ answer. How many games do they win?
Same amount we did this year.
Okay. So, right, AOBK, please don't jump in. Let the man defend himself. So, if they gonna win the same amount, right, then you just proved that Cade is not an improvement over Cam, because if it would be the same amount of games, if we're going by your logic, then that means Cade ain't moved the needle at all. He did the same shit that Cam did.
No,
so how is
your
he that
logic
much?
is off, bro.
Oh my God, yo, LM, the man just said that if you put Cade on the team, that the team would be better if he was on it than with Cam Thomas, right? That's what he just said.
You're forgetting. Hold on. You're forgetting one. You're forgetting a crucial element, bro. You're forgetting the fact Detroit's roster is better. Regardless if the Nets had a roster where they was trying to compete.
Yo, hold on. LM.
If you added Cade to a Nets roster that was trying to compete like Detroit is trying to do now, and you
LM,
put Cade
I don't want you to finish what you're saying.
If you put Cade on that roster, right? If you add Cade to a roster that's trying to win, our teams is in rebuild mode.
But
Detroit
you changing. Hold on, LM.
Detroit
LM, listen what I'm saying.
Because
LM, that's what I'm saying. You're changing the goalpost from what I'm saying, though.
No, I'm not.
That's why I didn't want you. Listen what I'm saying. That's why I didn't want you to finish. That's not even the argument. That's not even a debate. That's why I didn't want you to finish. The debate was if you currently
swap
put
player for player.
If you just swap player for player, like if you was to put Cam on the Pistons right now with their current roster.
All right. So I was on the right track.
Just make it.
Hold on.
Wait. So I told DJ. Hold on.
You gotta basically say like he's saying Cam. You put Cam in Detroit. Cam the same, like they'll have the same record basically.
Detroit is better.
Exactly. No. They're not making the playoffs.
Yo, what's good?
Yes, they are. Yo, LM, listen to what I'm saying.
Hold on. I'm gonna ask you a question. This is for the whole panel. If you put Cam on Detroit, right? Do you know what he's gonna have to do over on Detroit in order for them to be what was they?
Yo, DJ, listen to what I'm saying, DJ.
You know,
listen to what I'm saying, right?
Averaging, hold up, during the season.
Yo, DJ, listen to what I'm saying, bro.
Doubles, bro.
Yo, DJ, listen to what I'm saying. You already lost the debate because of what you just said. If we
I'm saying,
all right, you said the Nets.
You just talking.
No, bro. You already lost the debate, bro. Did you hear what you just said? You just said if you put Cade on the current roster, they would have the same exact record.
I said you put Cam on the Detroit Pistons. I'm saying.
They're not making the playoffs.
All right, I just asked you if you put Cade on the Nets.
Hold up, that's not because of Cam. That's because he's not what.
Bro,
Cade
I'm
is
asking you a question. I said if you put Cade on the Nets right now, what's their record? That's what I
They'll both be bad.
Okay, so that's what I'm. All right, so what I'm saying is, if you and BK Hoops is telling me, all right, so if you and right. So that's what I'm trying to tell you niggas. So why y'all keep dick riding Cam?
You said Detroit would be better.
I'm not changing nothing. Yo, bro, if you said you and BK done been on here for an hour. Yo, Cade is way better than Cam. Cade is way better than Cam, right? Y'all niggas been Cade,
you're talking about a team sport now, bro. You're changing the argument.
Let me bro, I'm not. I just said if you
let Jamal and Elam get in. Jamal, go ahead. Ask your question. Hold on, man.
Okay,
you niggas is getting cooked down, bro.
If you put Cade on the Nets, do he get DMPs like how Cam Thomas been?
You said who?
No, listen. What I'm saying is that my comparison is Jamal.
Hold up, BK. Hold up. I can't hear him.
Put him in here.
Can't hear him.
They're 10 to 12 games better, right? Than they were. Their record is 10 to 10
No, they not. No, they not, bro. No, they not. No, they not. 10 to 12 games. No, they not. No, they not. BK, you lying, bro. No, they not 10 to 12 games better.
Listen to what I'm trying to say.
Too many people talking. Hold up.
Let Jamal finish, yo.
Listen to what I'm trying to say. You can't say the same thing for Cam and Cade because one organization treat Cade a certain way and
No. We're
not changing the argument, bro. We're not talking about organization.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. So if they have similar careers,
you're talking. That's like a politic type thing. That's not.
I'm trying to say if they have, if Cam got the same type of playing time, Cade got the same.
He don't.
They don't.
Exactly. So how can you compare it?
Wait, hold on. The main thing about it, Cade, y'all take Cade as a number one pick.
Cade was a better player. That's all we said.
Look, Cade is a number one pick, right? Cam is 27. If you're looking at the distance between the two players, of course you would expect the number one pick to be the better overall player.
Exactly.
If Cade is on the team, niggas is not trying to figure out if Cade getting 30 mil. He's getting the money.
But that's why
Ellen, can I ask you a question
to begin with because he said
wait.
Hold on.
One mic.
This was before Harlem got on here, right? Before Harlem said anything. He said, yo, is Cade, we was talking about Cade, bro. Said, who is better, Cade or Cam Thomas? Like,
no, I did not say that.
Right mind
no, I did not say that. No, I did not say that. No, I did not say that. You lying. I did not say that. What I said was
what I'm saying, Harlem. But once again, you're not listening. I said before.
Okay, go.
Before you came on here, they was talking about who was a better player, Cade, because we was going down the list. They named Jalen Green and Mario Quickly and Cade. We said Cade, of course, is a better player. Everybody in their right mind knows who watches basketball knows.
But if you feel Cade, all right. But DJ, if you feel Cade is such a better overall player, right? And I know you're gonna lie right now.
Yes, we're not talking
hold on. Wait. I know you're gonna lie about this, right? So we could replay the stream and run it back, my nigga, right?
But I think I think the scoring is close though. I think the scoring.
Hold on. When I just asked you what would be the team that Cade is on, right? Not talking about the Nets with a good team with this roster. When I just asked you, you told me that the Nets would have the same record with Cade as they did with teams. Okay, cool.
Bro.
Hold on, let me finish though. Let me finish. Because you niggas like to cut niggas off so they don't say they point, bro. So if they would have the same exact record, right? Explain to me if a nigga is better than another nigga, right? Before you speak, listen. If Cade is that much more better than Cam Thomas, if he went to the Nets with this roster, why are they not better than? Shouldn't he elevate the other nigga?
Hold on, I'm gonna say it again, bro. That's
stop it, bro.
Sport, bro.
I don't want to. All right then. Okay, so if it's a team game,
hold up. You came in here and you changed the argument, bro. It was about individual, bro. It wasn't about team.
Come on, bro. My nigga, it's never about individuals, bro. It's always about the team. So if you niggas is Cam Thomas,
the original question was who was better. You didn't. He didn't say which team is
bro. Everything, DJ. Oh, what the fuck happened? I don't know what the fuck happened. Yo.
Yeah, we still hear you.
He cut out.
Nah, we hear him.
I mean, I don't understand what I mean.
I think you're getting individual. I think he's getting individual.
I don't think Harlem was here when the original question was asked, bro. The original question was who is a better.
Yeah, drop off and come back in, Harlem. The link is up.
That's all he asked.
I think he was getting individual and team success.
It wasn't about team success. About okay, you swap this player on this team, and if he can be this, it wasn't about that. The original question was individually who's a better player. And the question, the question was kind of dumb because yes, Cade is a better player. Yes, we know that.
To be fair, Cam Thomas would be on the better team, but in terms of the success of what they had last year,
have to rebound,
I don't think
play,
they'll
make,
reach.
play defense.
Yeah, but as I'm saying, Cade Cunningham plays defense though. I mean, you watch
he rebounds, bro. Do y'all realize that this man Cade was almost averaging a triple double, bro?
Yeah,
like literally during the regular season.
Cade is individually, without a doubt, the better player between Cam Thomas.
That's what I'm saying. And my point is, I look at Cade Cunningham, I'm looking at Jalen Brunson, I look at Jalen Brown. You know, I look at
you gotta ask the original. You gotta ask the original question, bro, because I don't think they just came in here late talking about team sport, bro. Like,
I'm going back to that. I'm just looking at it. It was my whole point of like wanting to sign Cam Thomas like to a $30 million or $40 million deal, right? It's
not hard to understand.
That's how other general managers are looking at it. All you got to do is just compare to like the top guys in the league, and Cam is nowhere near.
Mind you, BK, they don't add context to Cade, right? Because he dealt with injuries for most of his first year, and then his second year.
He missed like his whole first year
injury. Right. So when now in the fully healthy season, where he played most of the season, they got a good GM. They surrounded him with spacing for once, a good coach, and now you see what the number one pick can do when you surround him with spacing and a good coach and a good front office. They made the 6th seed and they took the Knicks to 6 games.
They went from bottom of the league to 6th seed, bro. I don't think Cam could do something like that, bro. If he could, then why hasn't he done it?
Yeah,
has he been given a chance?
And we got to see if his body holds up.
Point though. Hold on. So Jamal, do you think that you swap those players like how he said? You think Cam Thomas is getting them to the 6th seed? Now, remind you now, Cade plays defense. He play makes. He rebounds the ball. So I mean, is Cam doing that?
Yeah, listen,
DJ, I'm not judging.
Wait, hold on.
He's much more physical.
I'm not judging. I'm not judging nothing you're saying, bro.
Right?
Yo, DJ, I'm not judging nothing you're saying, bro. I don't care about what you and BK saying. Cade is not better.
Cutting Jamal off, bro. You come in here cutting him off, bro.
I said before the team traded Shooter and made all those trades, you know the team wasn't far off from the 6th seed, right?
Yeah, we was like the 7th or something.
Exactly. So if we would have kept Schroeder and would have built off that with
Jamal,
Cam Thomas,
I agree.
Again, that's the beginning of the season. We don't; those guys.
No, that was halfway in the season. That was halfway.
I don't know why you arguing with these guys.
No, hold up. What's the name? Dennis Schroeder got traded like December something.
That was halfway. It was almost trade deadline.
Nah, he got traded like early December.
Oh, okay.
He got traded early December.
It was about.
That was like early. That was like what, December, like 10th.
Before they traded him, they was about the 6th seed though. That's what I'm trying.
Dennis really wasn't even here that long, to be honest.
But they traded him early December, and then
I don't really get the
February. I think they was.
I think it's around that time. He was like the 7th,
bro. It's just you got to recognize the type of player.
Yo, bro. Yo, listen, Ellen. Let me ask you a question, right? You play street ball, right? All right. So you ever played with a bunch of bum ass niggas?
I'm sure we all have at some point, yeah.
All right, no. All right, right. So if you play with a bunch of bum ass niggas, right? And I'm asking you this, right, LM? You ever seen a nigga that was nice get on the court, and them bum ass niggas magically become nice? Like he get on the court and niggas is better, right? So my thing is, right? a nigga can't convince me Cade is better than Cam, right? Because if he's so much, and this is just how I feel. I'm not arguing with you niggas, right? Because I'm gonna feel how I feel regardless. But if he's so better than Cam, if he goes to the Nets with this current roster, the Nets should elevate higher than what Cam could take them because he's better than Cam. If we going by y'all logic,
so let me ask you this,
Harlem.
So let me ask you this.
That's how that
Let me
goes.
ask you
You don't
this.
go and you're not the same fucking
Hold on, but
team.
let me ask you. So let me ask you this. So let me ask you this thing.
You put Shea Gilgeous on this team. Does this team get better?
Absolutely.
No,
Cade
it do
doesn't do
not.
that though. So that's the
not.
difference.
No,
That's
it's not.
Yes,
No,
he
it
does.
do not.
Yes, he does.
No, it do
Yes,
not.
he does.
LM,
That nigga's
No, it do
I got
not.
it right. LM, I got
No,
it
it
right.
does
That
not.
nigga's
Another question
crazy,
for you.
bro.
Another question.
Go
Harlem,
ahead.
another question for you.
Go
Before
ahead.
Chet and Jalen Williams, why didn't Shea Gilgeous make deep postseason runs?
He was on the bench, my nigga. Remember, it was Chris
No, he
Paul season.
wasn't. No, he was not. Hold on.
He was
Before
starting.
he was starting, bro. I'm
He
not
was
talking about the
Bro,
first
starting.
2-3
you
years.
just asked
I'm
me a
talking
question. You
about,
said would he elevate this next team over Cade? I believe yes.
bro. Harlem,
Nigga, I'm
answer the
not
question. I
trying
just
to
asked
Harlem,
you. Harlem,
you
Harlem.
do know Shea was losing.
Shea
Had
was
losing
losing,
seasons
bro.
too, though, right? You do know
Bro,
Shea was losing. Had losing seasons too.
talking about Shea back then. We're talking about right
Hold on. Shea
now.
back
If
then,
you
this was
put
just one. Hold
Shea,
on. Harlem, again. Let me ask you a question. Hold on. Let me ask the question again. This was the year before they got Chet and got Jalen
I'm not
Williams.
talking about that. We're talking about currently. Stop telling me about years
That is
back.
pretty
I'm
much
talking
currently.
about
That was just
current.
recent.
And bro, I'm talking about right now. If you put Shea Gilchrist right now on this
But the
next
same
team,
thing.
bro,
Hold
it
on.
would.
You
This is my
got
point,
it.
bro.
You smoking a special type of crack if you think he gonna make this team better.
Yo, bro, listen again, bro. Right?
Yo, LM, bro.
Again, LM, you can't tell me that a nigga is better than somebody and
Then
then
why
say,
when
yo,
Shea
they're
had
gonna
them
have
bad
the
rosters?
same
Why didn't
record.
Shea? Hold on. Shea had
You
worse
getting it
rosters than.
mixed.
Hold
You
on.
getting it
Shea had worse
confused, bro.
Yo,
rosters than this.
bro.
Why didn't he make deep
Yo, bro, you
postseason
know
runs?
what you niggas do, bro? When y'all lose arguments, y'all come up with different arguments. You already lost the argument,
You
bro.
getting
No,
it
you're
Cade
missing the
doesn't make
point.
the
confused.
You're
You
not
Nets
getting it
better.
understanding the point.
confused. That's why you're not
Cade doesn't
understanding
make the
what
Nets better. You
you're
You're
lost
not
not
the
understanding the
argument,
understanding what
bro.
point, bro.
DJ is saying. You're
Yo,
not
bro, it's
understanding
not
what
about
DJ is
it's not
saying.
about understanding. The nigga lost the argument, so now he's bringing up a new argument.
No,
Oh well,
It's the
it's about
same
stop it,
argument,
understanding.
bro.
You
He was
gotta
on a
listen.
bad team.
This look when you arguing a point, you listen to comprehend, not respond, right? So if you
bro.
listening to somebody, you gotta listen to comprehend and get what they
Right, but
saying.
you gotta listen back, right? You're telling me that Cade is better, right? So if we're going by your logic, LM, that Cade is better, how are you better, but you're not elevating a team better than the fucking guy that you're saying he's better than? That makes no sense, my nigga. Make
So
that
let
make
me ask
sense.
you this. So
Make
let me
that make
ask you this
sense.
then. Let me
Like,
ask
come
you
on, you
this
gotta
then,
talk
right?
smart, bro.
So let me ask
Huh?
you this. Let me ask you this. If you which take Cade off Detroit and take Cam Thomas off Brooklyn, which roster is better?
My Nick, okay. So when you initially came into the conversation and you was like, yo, Harlem, you cutting me off, I was cutting you off because I was trying to explain to you that I said if you put Cam on Detroit, currently constructed,
No.
and you
I'm not
put
talking about
You're
that. I'm
not talking
saying
about
don't
that,
add them
Harlem. You gotta listen to
nowhere.
what he's
Don't
saying,
add
bro.
them nowhere. Just take them off. Which team is better? Don't add them nowhere. Which
oh,
team is
okay,
better?
you just which team is better,
Just
nigga? The
take them
Pistons
off.
is
Put
still
them in
better.
free agent. Exactly.
Pistons is still better, right? Yo, bro,
Exactly.
I never said that they wasn't better, bro. That's what I said. I said they had the better roster. That's
But
why
you're
I said
only
if you
making
put
his
Cam
point
with
though,
them,
Harlem, because that's just a testament to how atrocious this roster is.
bro, I never said the roster is not atrocious. DJ, when have you heard me say it's not atrocious? I said at the
But you're
beginning of
making,
the year, I said the
but you're
Nets would be a
saying but you're saying you put in one player on this bad team, right? One player on this bad team, and he's elevating it so much
yo,
that
bro.
these other dudes are gonna
That's
turn into something
all
they
that,
not,
yo,
bro.
bro. Do you listen to you and BK Hoops, DJ? Do you ever
Bro,
like
as you
run
listen to
back
what
the
I'm
shit
saying,
that
you're
y'all
just
say?
talking to talk, bro. You did not just hear what I just said.
Yo, bro, I heard everything you said, dogs.
What did I just say? Repeat back what I just said.
It was a bunch of bullshit. That's what you just said.
But you speaking facts though. That's what you
I
saying.
heard, bro. No. It's not that I'm
Then you
speaking
speaking
facts.
bullshit. The fuck,
I'm just speaking logic.
whole time you been talking, just
Every
keep
But
time,
speaking
hold on,
bullshit.
yo, bro.
you don't think the
That's what he do.
reason why
He thinks
you
his
don't,
word is
but look,
factual and then
right, we're
everything
gonna
just
take
listen.
it because
Bro,
they was but
it's
hold
not
on,
even
let's
that I
put it
think
this
that,
way, right?
DJ.
Because they was facing your
Nah,
team. They
nigga,
was
you
facing
know
your
what? All right, fuck
they
what
was
he's
facing
saying.
your
Everything
team in
you
the
saying is
first round,
bullshit.
right?
How
So
about
we
that?
gonna use them,
No,
right? We going
yo,
we
LM,
go, they was
I
facing your
just
team, so
listened to
let's use
BK
them
and
as an
DJ.
example. Hold on, but we're
Because if
switching
he
your
actually,
team, so let's
because
use him
Ellen,
as
if
an
he actually
example,
listened
right?
to what we were saying, the original question wasn't even this. So what
Yo,
are
So
you talking
look,
about?
we're
DJ.
gonna use your team. We're
Go
gonna
ahead.
use the Knicks as
So
an example
that's
because
just a
that's your
testament to
team, right?
how
Go
slow
ahead.
he
Go
is.
ahead.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
And
Go ahead.
so if you take this Brooklyn roster, right, against
Mm-hmm.
the Knicks right now and put them in a 7-game series, Knicks is spanking the
Mm-hmm.
Nets, right?
Yeah.
So, but if you
I
put the
know.
Easy work. They
Pistons
getting
roster
swept,
against
bro. They
y'all,
getting swept, bro.
they took y'all to 6, right?
They took us to 6. They had Cade. If you take him off, we smacking them too.
No,
They
no,
Exactly.
ain't
y'all
That's
doing
the
not.
that now.
point,
First of
though.
If
all,
you take
it was
Cade
a
They
off,
giving
if
you
foul.
you
It
take
they
was
if
a
you
Smacking them
take
foul.
regardless.
if
First
you
of
take
all, it was
We
a
Cade off,
smacking
foul.
them
bro,
They
regardless.
fouled the shit out of.
We
They
smacking
fouled the
them
shit out of
regardless.
what's the name?
Stop it. We
it,
smacking them regardless. Yo,
Nah.
AP.
First of all, they
Yo, AP.
cheated.
Listen, yo. Yo, AP. Listen,
he hate
respectfully,
the
bro.
Knicks so much
You're
he'll
not
come up here
even
and lie, bro.
Yo, AP. Respectfully, you're not even valid to talk, bro. Because you
How?
came up
First
here
of all,
and you
the
spoke.
Pistons almost
Yo,
took y'all to 7 with
hey,
no
yo, listen what I'm
offensive
saying, AP. Listen
firepower,
what I'm
No,
nigga.
you
saying,
didn't even listen to
AP.
what we was just. He
Hey,
didn't even listen to what you just
yo,
said.
AP, you not credible to speak to me. You know why? Because you said the Lakers was gonna win. They got smoked by Minnesota.
Oh,
You
all
said the
right, wait,
Pistons was
wait, wait.
gonna beat the Knicks. They lost. You said
That's
You said
Boston
it.
was
All
definitely
gonna
right.
beat
wrong.
us. We stinked them.
You
You're not
said the
credible
Knicks
to
was
talk.
going to the
Yo,
finals.
AP, you
You said
oh
the
you
Knicks
0
was
for
going
3
to the
against me.
finals.
You 0 for 3,
You
AP. You
said,
can't talk to me, bro.
yo,
You
wait,
gotta
hold
win
up. You
before you
said the
talk
Knicks.
to me, bro.
Wait, you said the Knicks
Come
was
on, my
going to win the
nigga.
championship. What happened to that?
He
Bro,
did say that
we
already.
did better than what niggas expected us to do.
No, you. All right, listen. I'm telling
We
you what
did
you
better than what
expected
niggas
them.
expected us to do.
You
Hey,
But
yo,
said they
no,
was
but
going to
AP.
win
what
the
you
championship.
expected didn't
Yo,
work out
AP,
though.
yo, AP, what I'm not gonna let you do, I'm not gonna let you come up here and be a John point two. Don't be that guy. Don't be that
I
guy.
mean, hey,
Please
hold
do
on.
not be that
He
guy.
did say hard. He did say OKC was gonna win it all. So
I
Nah,
did
he
say
did.
OKC was
But
gonna win it all.
you said it was going to
Right.
be the Knicks. You said that it was going to
he
be
said it
the
was gonna be
Knicks
the Knicks and OKC.
at OKC.
It's all good, yo, bro. But when they lost to the
But he
Pacers,
never
you
had
ain't
the
hear me
Knicks. He
come up.
said the OKC was
Hey,
No,
gonna
yo,
nigga. When
smash
I
the
said,
Knicks.
hold up, you said they was going to beat the Pacers. They're going to sweep them, nigga. That's what
but
you
listen to what
said.
I'm saying though. When they lost to the
Sweep
Pacers,
is crazy.
Did I come up here? Did I come up here and make excuses? No, I came right up here.
You
I said, yo,
did.
Gary was right. Right. So right. But did you niggas give me the same gratitude? Y'all didn't. Y'all niggas came up here and gave every excuse when the Knicks won. I don't want to hear it, bro. Y'all niggas are sore losers. I'm not a sore loser. If I lose, I'll come up, yo, the Knicks lost. It's all right. Nigga, now it's a new year. And I think we're gonna do
I
better.
mean,
We're gonna have
You
John in the
didn't.
comments
You really
trolling
didn't give
and doing
credit to
all that.
Tyrese during that hard. You really didn't give credit to Tyrese Halliburton during that time, though, bro.
Bro, give credit to Tyrese Halliburton for what? I gave credit to the Pacers, nigga. It's a team game. It's
Nah,
not
it's
a one-man
Halliburton.
For
game.
him
No,
hitting
it's
them clutch shots,
Halliburton.
You know
though,
what I'm
bro.
saying?
When he did the stream about the clutch shots he was hitting, you didn't talk about it at all, bro. You was just like, oh, Jalen
What
Brunson didn't do. You didn't give credit
what
to the
clutch?
Pacers.
Yo, bro, first of all, I don't follow the Pacers or they content, my nigga. So you act like I just purposely like I don't
Bro, you was
follow them, my
watching the
nigga.
hold up.
So
You was watching the games, right?
I was watching the games, but I don't watch their interviews, bro. I don't even really watch the Knicks interviews.
Interviews. Who's
Nah,
talking about
he
interviews?
talking about when you came on the stream
We're
after
talking about the
the game.
basketball game, bro. We're not talking about interviews.
Bro, I did. I said, yo, he hit a good shot, the Knicks blew the game. I did say that. What are you talking about? I did say that. I said the Knicks blew the fucking game, nigga. And then I came up and I gave credit to Gary because Gary was the first nigga to say that he thought the Pacers was gonna beat the Knicks. I said, yo, Gary,
Well,
you was
yeah, of
right.
course he of course he did. He don't like Mikal Bridges. He always gonna root against the Knicks as long as Mikal there.
Yo, bro, it's not even that. That's not even true because Gary
That is true.
always
Gary
come
said
up.
it's true. What are you talking
Bro,
He
listen
don't
what I'm
like. He
saying.
said he don't like Mikal Bridges
He
though.
said
No,
Hold
no.
on,
that.
hold on,
Hold on,
hold
believe in
on,
that.
hold on, hold on. Let me ask AP. AP's been you've been listening for a while. What do you think about the topic, man?
What
I
up,
think.
AP?
What up, man? To be honest with you, the Nets is stupid because if Cam Thomas signed a qualifying offer, you can't trade him. You can't trade him, and you might lose him in free agency next year. So, I mean, what's the point? You might as well. Like, I don't. First of all, like the contract they offer him was bullshit. Like, at least if you're
Was
gonna
it 2
offer
years?
that, yeah. At least if you're gonna offer that, give him a player option at that. You give him you gave it a team option, which is stupid. A 2-year
I
deal with a
don't know.
team
Would he even
option.
have signed it though, AP?
Yo, AP,
With a
let me
player
ask you a
option, he
question.
might have.
Is
You
Kate
Yeah.
think? Hold on. You
Cunningham better
think?
than
Well,
Cam Thomas to
it
you,
wasn't even
bro?
about that. He wanted more money though. So would he have still signed it
I
after the
don't know,
player option?
but I'm not saying. I'm saying that's a slap in the face. That's OD. Like
You
give him
so
short money.
It's like a slim chance.
Yeah, it's just like, yo, bro, you're not even giving him a thought. Like, all right, let me just do
Well,
it. I
see,
could
you gotta
do a
look
team
at it
option.
too. No other team value, no other general manager
Bro, that's
No,
value.
not
but
the truth, bro.
It's
son,
not
you
You
just
have
can't
no
get
that though.
facts of this.
you
You
can't
have no
son, you
facts of
can't
this,
get that
bro.
nigga. You can't get that
You just
nigga
giving
a play
lies, bro.
option.
You have no
First
facts,
of all,
bro.
what if he
No
get
team
injured,
has come
bro?
out
You
and said
need
this,
Wait,
bro.
hold on,
he
hold on,
gotta
one
have a
mic, one
team
mic.
option to protect itself. I mean, a play option to protect itself. You gave it a team option where the team could just cut him
I mean,
anytime.
AP? When have the Nets front office ever like protected the players, bro? Come on, man.
That's they protect who they want to protect, like Joe Harris and all of the rest of these Patty Mills.
Hold on. If you
Yo,
think
Joe
about it,
Harris, hold on. Joe Harris is like probably the best 3-point shooter in the
What
league,
the
man.
fuck out, yo, bro? Yo,
that
they
was
gave
that.
him
Hold
that
on,
contract.
BK.
They gave him that
Now,
contract
hold on.
after he missed all them
BK. You might
threes,
not be
bro.
wrong.
That was before that.
During
No,
that
it
time. You
wasn't.
was like the top 5 shooter in the league.
He
But let's
was.
be real about one situation though, bro. You don't do that
Son,
to no role player, bro.
no, first of all, no. You can't. First of all, he couldn't create his own shot. So giving him that contract
Yo,
was
he was playing
bullshit.
with Kevin Durant, James Harden,
No,
and
no,
Before
no,
they
Kyrie
got
no.
Irving.
here, what are you
All
talking
he had
about?
to
Son,
do was just
before
be out there and
before they
space the
got
floor
here,
out.
he can't create his
Before he
own
got there,
shot. He
that
was a
was hold
3-point
up,
shooter, bro.
BK. We all remember this. That was the year before. That was right
He
before the year
he
they got
won the
here. He had that
3-point
contract.
shooting without KD and Kyrie being here. He won the contest.
He
So
would by the
don't give me
time
that
KD and
shit.
Kyrie got here, he was already like 2-3 years into his
He was
deal.
washed
And
up by the time they got here.
there was times Joe Harris was putting the
Well,
ball
I
on the
mean, the first
floor,
year
going to the
they
rim,
got there, he was
finishing.
good, but
Yo,
He was
AP,
just,
Son, he
let me
was
ask
not.
you something, AP. Listen.
Yeah.
that's
Yo,
nasty
AP, I've
work,
been
BK.
thinking about this, right? I haven't been on the stream in a few days, and I've been thinking about this, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I gotta tell you something, my nigga, right? And
Mm-hmm.
fuck DJ and BK, my
watch
nigga.
the
You feel
language,
me?
language.
Them
Nigga,
guys,
okay,
I
fuck you
can't.
too.
Them guys, I can't put them on. But you, AP, yo, my nigga, listen, bro. It's time for you to come
Of
home to
course,
the Knicks, my
he's going to
nigga.
play KT
It's time
emotions,
for you
though,
to come
man.
to the
So,
Knicks,
To the
of
Knicks.
course,
AP.
like,
It's time for
To
you
be
to
honest
come
with
home
you,
to the Knicks,
let me
AP.
tell you something. Let me tell you
It's
something,
time for
Harlem.
you to come home,
Let me tell
AP.
you
I'm about
something,
to
Harlem.
recruit you. I'm about to
The
recruit
time,
you, bro. I
listen, let me
got
tell
you.
you something. The
I
time
got
I
you.
ever root for any other team but the Nets, I would start watching the NBA. Like,
Yo,
and that's just
listen.
how I am.
So you want
Well,
to
Like,
listen, nigga. Well, you
yeah,
better start. Yo,
same with the
AP,
New York
listen to me,
Giants in
bro.
football. I would not
Yo,
root for
AP,
no other
listen to me,
team.
what is
bro.
he the
Lis- Yo,
what is
AP,
Harlem right
listen to
now?
me,
The
AP.
front office for
When
the Knicks, bro?
the Knicks
Who is
make
you
it to
talking
the
about
finals,
recruiting, bro? I
AP.
don't need you to recruit me, bro. I'm
When the
serious.
Knicks make it to the finals,
And now,
AP.
first of all, let me
The
tell you something.
only
Let me tell
thing
you
I
something,
want
Harlem.
from
Oh,
hold on. Let me just get
all right,
this
go ahead.
off before you speak. When the Knicks make it to the finals, BK. Hopefully you do a stream by then. But if you don't worry. I got something cooking. I ain't gonna tell y'all niggas, but I got something cooking. And if they
Hey,
make it, yo,
the way the East
AP,
looking
my
right now,
nigga,
they going to the finals.
you better motherfucking. You can't
hey,
talk about the Nets. Oh, sorry. You can't talk about the Nets, bro, for a year. And you know what?
Once again, and if they don't win the championship, you
We
can't talk
gonna
about
make
the
it,
Knicks for a
bro.
year.
Who? Yo, AP, let me say this, right? You a
If you think
logical.
about it,
You a logical person.
who
Nah.
outside of Orlando can really give them a run for their money though?
The
You a
Hawks,
logical person.
the
You a
No, the
logical
Hawks.
person,
yes,
AP.
the Hawks
But
got. You know
nobody,
who the Hawks traded for? They got
No,
Nikhil
hold on. We talking
Alexander.
about
bro.
actually.
They
We
got
not talking about
Yo,
like a
AP, let me say
six.
this to you, AP.
Hold on. First
AP,
of
come
all, the
on, man.
Hawks,
You gotta
bro.
stop it, bro.
We not talking about the Hawks giving them like 6 games or something. We talking about actually beating them,
Listen,
bro.
first of all, let me tell you something. We discussed this, DJ. The Knicks got a new coach. They gotta relearn they gotta run a
What,
new
Mike Brown?
system. Yes, they gotta run a new system. They not running the
Okay,
same
that's
system
true.
you
And they
did
got
with
a
Tibbs, bro.
they got a whole training camp and all that other stuff
All
to
right,
figure it out.
and you think it's gonna be one season they're gonna make it to the finals
You think
with
No,
they
Mike
not one
Brown?
defense
season. I
gonna
mean,
look?
it's
You think they
hold on. It's
defense gonna look the
82.
same
Yo,
with
Hold on,
AP, let
hold
me
up.
ask you a
It's
question,
82
AP.
games in the season, bro. They can figure it out.
So, AP, so let me
These are
ask
not
you a
rookies
question, right?
on a team, bro.
All right.
These are
So
veterans,
let me
bro.
ask you a question, AP, right? So, I'm sorry. Shout out to my nigga Easy. Easy, you about to catch a straight bullet. He said the Hawks was gonna win the finals. He's not a
That's
credible
nasty
source,
work,
right?
bro.
So scratch Easy, right? Shout out to my nigga Easy though, right? So scratch
They'll
them
probably
bum
get to the
ass
second
niggas,
round.
right? The Magic, they got better. I'm not gonna shit on the Magic.
I don't
They
even
got
think the
better.
Magic is good enough, so I'm not
No.
in the Magic
They
camp.
got better,
What? You
but better
crazy, bro?
than
You
the
don't see how
Knicks?
big they team is,
No.
bro?
No, all right,
Boston.
but that doesn't mean
Hold on,
they're gonna
Boston.
make it.
We already packed
They
them
don't
niggas
have
up.
no
We don't give
short
a fuck
players
about
over there.
fuck Boston. We packed them niggas up. Packed them up, right? The only team that the Knicks really legitimately has to worry about is the Pacers, and we got better, so we would have packed them niggas up. But Halliburton is not
Why would
there,
you
so
worry
they're not
about the
even a threat.
Pacers?
The
Yeah,
Pacers,
exactly. I would say,
Nigga,
you don't think Cleveland gonna run it back?
yeah.
No,
Yo,
nobody
First
bro,
of
cares
you
all,
know
you
about
why
forgot
we don't
about
have
Cleveland.
to worry
Cleveland,
about
nigga.
bro? You know
Bro,
why we have to
LeBron
worry about
James
the
ain't in
Pacers?
Cleveland no more, bro.
Because the
What
Pacers
about
beat us
Cleveland,
twice in a
nigga?
row. Not
No, I'm
because
talking about
bro, the
Cleveland,
Pacers
nigga.
just beat the shit out of
Harlem.
Cleveland.
LM,
Cleveland,
what
nigga.
about Cleveland? What about them?
I ain't gonna
They got
lie.
regular season
Ass,
champions.
bro.
I got Orlando spanking y'all niggas. I ain't gonna lie.
First of
Oh my
all,
Sweeping.
god, yo.
Sweep is
First
crazy.
of all, wait. First of all, you don't even know the Knicks gonna be healthy all season. So
That's what
you
I'm
can't even sit there
saying.
and say
Hold
that.
on. Yes, they
Yo,
will.
bro.
Hold on.
Yo,
You know
AP,
why?
you
Because
been
Mike
drinking
Brown
that
goes to his
John
bench, bro.
Kool-Aid, bro. I don't know. That nigga John put a spell on you, son. You drinking that John Kool-Aid or something. You talking crazy right now, bro. No.
All right,
No,
so
Yo,
let me
where
ask.
He
Let me
just
ask.
he
Hold on,
just
where
saying in the
AP at?
NBA,
hold on.
anything can happen.
Hold on. Let me ask AP. So is Cam Thomas better than
Yeah, we know
Tyler
you want to
Hero,
ask AP.
Jalen Green?
You want to keep talking about these bum niggas, bro.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I think
he
they
better
better.
than the move.
First of
We already
all,
established this, bro.
listen. Let me tell y'all something. I said this in the comments. Jalen Bronson was a nobody at 23. Nobody was talking about Jalen Bronson. He was on the
Oh
Mavs bench, not
man,
getting no
yo.
playing minutes. Now all of a
Yo,
sudden, y'all just
hold
trashing
on.
fucking
Wait.
yeah.
Yo, AP, can I ask you a question? All
Mm-hmm.
right. And this is just a logical question.
Yeah,
because you don't play, right? Does that mean you're a
yeah.
bum?
No, listen. I never said. Listen
He
to
didn't
what
Okay.
I'm
say
saying,
bum.
Harlem. I never said Jalen Brunson is a bum. I'm just trying to make the point that Cam Thomas is actually good if you give him a chance around good players. That's all I'm
Yo,
trying to
bro,
say.
no, I agree with you. No, nobody's arguing it. I've been saying
I
that,
remember when Brunson. I know you remember that
but
year when Brunson was cooking the Clippers, bro. He was
I
cooking.
Yeah,
listen,
he
bro.
was cooking.
I don't
I know
think.
they
Listen,
lost.
hey, let me ask you a question, right? If somebody's ass, right? If somebody's
Mm-hmm.
trash,
Yeah.
and you put a player, right? All right. So DJ, LM, and BK think Cade is significantly better than Cam Thomas, right? I disagree with them, right? If
All
you
right.
put,
How much better do they think he's better than Cam Thomas? Is it
let
like
me just say this thing first, all right? They don't think he's a lot better, right? Cool. He's a legit number one to them, and they think Cam is nowhere on that
You
level.
watch the
Cool,
games,
right?
it's obvious how much better he
I
is.
disagree with that, right? But here's my question, AP, right?
Mhm.
So I asked DJ, if you put Cade on the current Nets roster, how much better are they? He said the same record as what they was with Cam last year, right? So
Yeah.
here's my question. If somebody is significantly better than another player, shouldn't he elevate that team to a better record than what you're saying that he's way better than the
Uh
other guy?
not necessarily. See now
Okay, explain why.
I
Explain
would
why
say
then.
this about Cade. Cade is not like a winning type of player. Like he needs a team around him. He is better. I think he's slightly better than Cam Thomas as skill wise, but as far as him could create a winning culture and a winning team, nah, he's not like a floor raiser
So
like that.
all right, cool. So if you put
Not everybody
so
can play
to
with
me,
LeBron James, bro. You could just take a
so
bum
to
team
me,
to a finals.
then he's not better than because if you're a bum, right? If you're a bum
Mhm.
and I get on the team and I'm significantly better than you, right? I
Mhm.
should at least elevate them to a better record. It don't have to be no wild shit like 10 or 12, but 2 or 3 games better. You can't say, oh, yo,
Harlem,
we
you
have the
can't go
same
on.
record
Harlem, can I
and
ask you a
just say
question?
he's better.
No, the issue
Can you
is
honestly? Can you?
yeah.
I'm just saying, can you honestly go in there into the gym, right, with these players in practice and be like, yo, I'm about to make this dude better? You can't force.
Absolutely,
You
No,
bro.
can't.
no,
No,
the
Harlem.
issue
What I'm saying is,
Absolutely, bro.
no,
Harlem. This
this
is what
is
I'm
the
saying. Look, this is what I'm saying.
this is the whole issue with all of
Absolutely,
y'all.
bro.
You
Now I'm not
can't.
even talking about. I'm talking about BK and all of y'all. This is the issue. Y'all keep talking
You
about
can't
Cam
make them
Thomas
work on their skills that they're not good
doesn't
at, bro. They
commute
got to
to
play for
winning.
themselves.
Y'all keep saying
Can I
Cam
ask
Thomas
you a
doesn't commute
question,
to winning.
DJ?
There's a lot of players that can't commute to
This is
winning.
not
Like
mine.
they need a
Yo,
team.
DJ, can I
Hold
ask
up.
you a
Well,
question,
listen,
DJ?
hold on. Because but Cam Thomas wants to get paid $30-40 million like he's that guy, though.
But AP,
All right,
this
all
is
right.
not
First of
mind
all,
control though. I can't make you go out there and do something.
Right? But
it's a lot of
BK,
players that's
but let me
getting
say
paid
this,
that's
right?
not. Tyler Hero not doing it.
Cool, right?
Duncan not
Wait,
doing it.
So Cam want that
Tyler
money.
Hero did do it though.
And
He was carrying that Heat team this week.
wait. Cam want that money, BK, and you don't feel he can do it, right? So if Cade, in your opinion, is a legit number one, and he's getting paid 30 or 40 million, and he go to Brooklyn and he can't elevate them to the playoffs or better than what Cam Thomas, you don't think that he's an epic failure?
I think he gets them into the 7th and 8th seed, though.
Hell no, nah. Not with this roster.
Bro.
With this
Bro, that's what I'm trying to say, bro. He's not, bro. He's not, significantly better.
You pass it to the place he's gonna pass it to, not gonna make the shot. So they're gonna double team him and trap him every time.
He's gonna draw in the man who's
nah. And all right, and they're not making the shot.
BK, this is not.
I mean, the only shooter
bro.
really got is MPJ.
These dudes can't just go out there and just hit the shot because you want them to.
So
they can backdoor like once K got
same thing can be said about Cam, bro. Like this is
when LeBron came in the league, right?
Hold on. Cam is not drawing a double team like that. Like K,
yes, he is, bro.
Yes, he is, bro. You wildin', bro.
K get double more than Cam.
No, I ain't saying he get double. He don't get double more. I'm just saying he draw a double team too. But K, first of all, if K draws a double team, all right, hold on. If K draws the double team, who's he passing it to make the shot?
Yeah, because they know he can't pass.
It's kind of the same though, because the reason why K gets doubled a lot during the games because he's really the only offensive player out there.
Exactly. He's gonna be the only offensive player on the Nets. Who else gonna be an offensive player on the Nets?
Apparently, Michael Porter Jr. in your opinion.
Hey, yo, BK, when LeBron came into the league, right? When LeBron came in the league, and did you know LeBron was going
like he next Michael Jordan
be what he was?
Yeah, we knew that.
No, right?
Yeah.
That argument is if Cam goes to the Wizards making the playoffs. Come on, man.
Of course they are.
I just feel like the argument is just
no, they're not going to the playoffs.
Yeah, they are. First of all, the Wizards got a good squad already. So
them niggas is not reaching no playoffs.
Bro, CJ McCollum.
I just feel like the argument
they're gonna be top seed. I said they're gonna be the 8th seed, maybe. I ain't saying they top.
First
of all, the East is weak. The East is weak.
Do you know how bad?
Hold on. Let me explain why I'm saying that though.
They coach stupid, bro.
The main reason is we know the Pistons roster is better than the Wizards roster. But if nigga, I don't give a fuck if you put Shea on Washington. Them niggas not gonna be better.
Washington got a
it's just a stupid argument. It depends on the team.
No, I'm not. Listen, I'm not saying they're gonna be better than Detroit or anybody. I'm just saying the East is so weak.
But let me say this to you, LM.
I think Kay Cunningham is better than Shea.
What?
Nah.
Yeah.
I ain't going out.
You think he's better than the MVP?
BK, you
wildin', bro.
BK, you know how I feel.
BK, you bugging with that.
BK, you know how I feel about that.
You just killed your whole argument, man.
Hold on, BK. This is nasty work because now you gotta I gotta defend the flopper. You know how I feel about Shea, bro.
Yeah,
Shea is better than K for the.
He is better than Dame, bro. BK, I don't like. I don't like
AP. You seen when a nigga Shea dunked on a little fat white kid? You seen that?
Who?
You ain't see that when a nigga Shea dunked on a fat white kid? You ain't see that?
Nah.
I know what you're talking about.
Listen. I'll be watching more Kay Cunningham.
Wait. So, BK, why do you think he better? What game is better? How's he better?
He's a better rebounder. That's it.
How's he better, BK?
He's more physical. He's bigger. He's stronger. He could post up smaller.
Man, knock it off, man. Go to sleep, BK. You old, man.
They like the same height.
BK, that's not
enough, the same height.
I'm talking about stronger, physically stronger.
You do know Shea is strong.
Say it.
You do know Shea is strong too, right?
He's not that strong in it.
Shea is not physical at all,
right? If you
LM,
stronger guy.
Yo, LM,
niggas that play Shea
is soft, bro.
Shea gets to that.
So like I said, we can have. All right.
He's pushing.
When we compare players, right? If I was to say, if Kay Cunningham goes to OKC, we could have a 3 or 4 hour debate on who's the offense going to be ran through, Cade or Shea. Now, if I was to say take Cam Thomas and put him on OKC,
Negative.
he's not in the
Negative.
What got to do? What Ken Thomas got to do with
negative?
Shea B?
There's levels
Negative. If
No,
Cade,
but you said
if
if Cade was on OKC, they would not make it to the finals.
Yo, bro, if Cade was on, if Cade was on OKC, that nigga would be on the
I mean,
bench.
that team is good, bro.
Nah,
That nigga
hell no,
be
they
on
would
the
not.
bench.
First
see
of
how
all,
good their
K.
team is,
First
though,
of all,
bro?
K is talented. You know why K is so talented? I mean,
But hold on.
you
It's
know why
kind of
K is
hard.
so
I think they
talented?
hold on.
K would
He
not
might
be on no
hold on.
bench
AP,
on OKC.
AP, you
Stop
might be
it,
right
nigga.
because here's the
Yeah,
thing.
Nah, I
AP
ain't
was.
said it.
Listen,
I ain't
BK,
said a
here's
He
the
be
bench.
on
thing.
his
They
Listen,
wouldn't
bench,
make it
hold
to
on,
the
No,
bro.
I'm
hold
finals.
talking about Harlem.
BK,
Yo,
here's
I
the
mean,
Ellen,
thing.
let
K
me
not
say
be on
this
no
to you,
bench,
Ellen.
my nigga.
Yo, Ellen, let me say
K
this to
not
you, bro.
drawing. K not
Yo,
drawing the
Ellen,
yeah,
my
foul
K
whole
calls
not
thing,
like
drawing
yo,
no
BK is,
foul.
bro.
First of all, Cade is not good with his body control like Shea is. So as far as
Shea
that,
be
they
Yeah,
not
really
winning.
manipulating like a
He's a foul baiter. We know.
yeah, he
Right.
is.
So
yo,
you think what's the name
Cade is not be.
could
He's
push
not gonna
them?
be able to
Nah.
do that. Nah, he's not
First
gonna
of
be able to do
yo,
all,
that.
No,
Ellen,
I'm
nah.
let me say
saying
this to you, Ellen.
if you have smaller guards, right? Like Cade can
Does it? Hold on. Cade is not
uh,
BK. Cade is not
Yo,
tall, bro.
bro,
Nigga, they damn near
yo,
the same
bro,
height.
yo,
no, I'm
bro,
talking about
Cade dog water, man.
physically,
Pack
like
him up,
the way their
man.
bodies are built.
Yo,
Pack
you
him
think
up, man.
Cade is
BK,
not that
everybody dog water
strong,
but Cam
bro.
Thomas.
You think Cade is
Pack
that
him up,
strong?
man.
Yeah,
Yo,
Cade is
listen,
Cade is
that
my
not.
strong.
boy.
K220,
Hey, yo,
but I
BK, let
Yeah,
me
mean,
he
say this
not
to
that
you.
strong,
Hey, yo,
bro.
BK,
He
let me
not
say
that
this to you,
strong,
BK.
bro.
Who's not
Cade is
strong?
not
First of
even
Cade.
all,
top.
Cade is
Listen,
a
Cade is
finesse
strong. Cade
player,
is
bro.
actually physical.
He's a finesse player,
yo,
bro.
yo, AP,
Cade is
Cade
more
is not
physical
even
than
top
Shea,
5
bro.
point guard. Pack him up, nigga. He not top 5. Next, pack that nigga up,
Okay,
man.
he top 10 though.
Yeah,
He
he
top
top
10. He
10.
not top 5 though.
Who
Pack
said he
that.
I
was top
wouldn't
You
say
know,
5?
top 5.
but guess what,
so
Y'all niggas said he
AP?
was
who
top
you
5?
got five?
Yo,
Who you got top
AP.
five?
AP, you know who is top 5 though, AP?
Who?
You know who I'ma say? Mama didn't
Jalen
go that
Brunson?
move.
All right,
Jalen Brunson top 5 though, AP, right?
Fuck him and
He
Tom.
top
All right,
5 though,
yo,
right?
listen. All right,
Yes, he
wait, hold
is.
on. Let me ask
He
BK.
top 5 though,
BK, let me
right?
ask you this.
Yes,
BK, let
sir.
me ask you this.
He
Let me
top
ask
5
BK a
though.
y'all
question.
looking at this because
Hold
y'all
on,
looking
is
at
Shay,
You
wait.
talking about
Shay
the
BK,
won a
wait? Hold on.
championship, and
Harlem talking
K
about
got
the East
BK,
or the entire
BK,
league.
is Shay, yo, BK, is K better than Jalen Brunson?
Negatoro. No, he is not.
Huh?
Pack that nigga up. Y'all better knock
Hold
it
on,
off.
I
let
ain't
him
going
answer
he
Knock
that
it
not
off.
better
question.
than him now, BK. I ain't
He
gonna
not.
hold you.
He's not better than Brunson. Y'all
Hold on,
Not
niggas
you gonna
yet.
let
better
him
not
Not
answer,
say
bro?
yet.
that.
You
Not
got
yet.
some
Y'all
wild
niggas better
takes
not say
tonight,
that.
man. You got some
Y'all
wild
better
like I
not
takes.
said
say that.
before, God willing, I'm watching more K Cunningham than almost any other player in the league, man. Like, he's that good, man. I
All
was
right, so
blown away.
so you saying he's
Y'all
better
looking
than
at
Jalen
BK,
Brunson right now?
hold on. Y'all looking at Jalen
yo,
Brunson. Wait, let me finish. You're looking at Jalen
good.
Brunson. You're looking at Shea Gilgeous Alexander. It's like, oh, these guys went to the finals, won a championship. Look at the
That's recency
team that
bias. That's
Jalen
why.
Brunson has. Look at the team that Shea has compared to what Kay Cunningham has. I'm
Yeah,
talking
Shea
about
had a good
straight
team, bro.
talent.
Yo, BK, let me
Nigga,
say this to you, BK. Wait. BK, let me just
I
cook
can't
your
respect no
argument
flopper, bro. I'm
real
sorry.
quick. Let me just
all
cook your
right,
argument, BK.
all right, go
Right?
ahead.
Wait. Yo,
I
yo.
can't do it, AP.
So
I can't.
me and
Yeah, I
Jamal
think
went over this, right? OG Anunoby, right? On Toronto, he wasn't that good.
What?
So
He
when you
was
look
actually
at
pretty
the
nice, bro.
Knicks team, right? OG
All
Anunoby
right,
I
what
thought
we
he was.
But
I thought
wasn't
he
as
was
a
in
that
the.
good.
He
role
was
player,
nice.
though, Harlem,
No,
he
no,
is
no,
that
no, no,
good.
no, no.
He was.
No,
He
no,
was
no,
averaging
no. No, no,
18
no.
points, bro.
What I'm saying is when you look at the Knicks, no. You're talking about now, DJ. What I'm saying is before he got
I
to the
think he
Knicks,
was better in
he wasn't
Toronto than
all
he
that.
was
nigga
in
OG
the
was
Knicks.
Right.
nice on Toronto. What you mean?
Right.
Bro, he wasn't like yo, bro, did you
I
see
get
OG
what you
in
say.
the
I get
Nobi in
what
the
you saying.
finals,
I
bro?
get what you saying, but
He was
OG
he
The
was
was
he wasn't
good
no
defense,
on
no.
yeah, I think he
Toronto,
got better
bro.
Yo,
defensively over
bro,
time, but he was.
if you
DJ, we
listen to
I
got
think he
what
was
some
a way
wild
yo,
more
takes
skillful
tonight,
player than he was
DJ.
on
bro, y'all
Toronto.
gotta listen to what BK said. He said if you look at the Knicks team, if you look at the Knicks team, bro, it's not a fucking juggernaut. That's what I'm trying to tell you, niggas. You have OG,
And
Mikael
then
Bridges,
you got
Josh
hold on. It's
Hart,
like this.
and
I mean,
Cat.
Harlem.
It's
It's
not
like
a
this. You got Jalen
juggernaut, bro.
Brunson,
they well
Cat, and
balanced
then a bunch bunch of
They
high
well
key role
balanced.
players.
All right, no. But say that. But don't make it seem like
Nobody said they was a
Jalen
juggernaut.
Brunson got so much more. Hold on, bro. Don't make it seem like he got so much more talent than Cade got, because he don't, bro. He don't.
I mean, he does
stop
though.
it.
Well,
Hold
I
on.
mean, they got
bro.
better.
He
Hold
They
on.
got better. They got
He
better
don't.
talent than they got better
He got better
talent than
talent, bro.
Detroit.
The Knicks got
Yo,
better
bro, let me
talent.
ask you a question. Wait. AP, let me ask you a question, AP. Can you definitively
go down the
say
lineup.
Wait.
Go down the lineup, bro. Go down the line. Go
down the
point
lineup,
guard.
Harlem.
Go point guard. Go
Hold on.
shooting guard. Go small forward.
Bro,
Go
he
power
don't watch
forward.
Detroit. He don't even know who start for them, bro.
I do know who start for them. And if I tell you who start for them, no.
All right,
If
so
I tell you
wait. So go from point guard.
you gonna shut
Go
the fuck
from
up?
point
No.
guard
If
to
I tell you
shooting
who start,
guard.
you gonna
Go
shut up?
down the lineup, bro. Go down
If
the
I
lineup.
tell you
Since
who
they so
start,
much
are you gonna shut up?
go down the lineup, bro. You doing too much talking. Go down the lineup.
Are you gonna shut up?
Hold on. Who better? All right, so we gonna go point guard. Who's better? Jalen Brunson or K?
Why you steady trying to
Jalen Brunson or K?
Wait. Yo, bro, hold on. I just
You
want you
trying
to
to
shut the
stir
fuck
shit,
up
bro.
if I
Go
name the
down the
five.
lineup. You talking too much, bro.
Are you gonna shut the fuck up?
Are you
gonna
gonna
shut
go
the
down
fuck
the
up if I
lineup?
name them though?
Are you gonna
Are
go
you
down
gonna
the
shut the
lineup?
fuck up if I name them? Because I
Hey,
name them right
hold
now.
on.
That's a foul. That's a penalty. That's a penalty.
Just name him. Wait, DJ,
All
let
right,
him name
crying
him.
already. Go down the
Let him
lineup.
name him.
Hurry up, nigga.
I'm gonna name. All right, cool. So you got Cade, you got Malik Beasley.
No, who's better? Wait, no. Who's better? No, we going point guard first. Who's better,
I
Cade
want to name
or
them so he can
Jalen
shut the.
Brunson?
No. I want to name them so he
That's
can
not
shut
what
the
we
fuck
just
up.
said. We said go down the lineups, bro.
Nah, we said
So,
match up the
I'm
lineups.
going down
That's
the
what we
lineup.
doing. Nah, match
naming
them up
the lineup.
against
Match them up.
the Knicks.
That means match them
Yeah,
up.
match
Bro.
them up. The Knicks
So-
versus the Pistons, the point guard
All right,
position.
so I got Brunson over Cade, right?
Okay, we all agree. We all agree.
If you go Josh Hart, you can't say Josh Hart definitively better than Malik
Wait.
Beasley.
Go to shooting guard. Wait. Go to shooting guard now. Go to
That's the
shooting guard.
shooting guard, bro. Malik Beasley
Josh
and
Hart?
Josh Hart. You can't say
But
Josh
Josh
Hart is
Bridges is the
definitively
shooting
better
guard.
Josh
than
Hart
Malik
not a
Beasley.
shooting guard, nigga.
That is nasty work.
Bro,
That is
is the shooting
nasty
guard.
work,
What are you
man.
talking
That
about?
is nasty work.
Yo, first of all, it's Mikal Bridges a shooting
It's
guard.
Mikal
Oh, that's
Bridges.
even
No, he's
nasty. That's
not.
even nasty right there.
Yo, AP.
This nigga
Yo,
said
AP.
Josh Hart, nigga.
Yo,
Josh
you
Hart
wanna bet
should
me
have back
money?
up power
Yo,
forward,
AP, you
nigga.
wanna bet me
Wasn't the
money?
same guy that
Yo,
said the
hold
Knicks were
on, AP.
championship
Do you
team?
wanna? Yo,
Now he
John, shut
says
up
they
for a
ain't
minute.
good.
Yo, AP, do you
Now
wanna
he
bet me
knows they
money?
ain't good.
Do you
No,
wanna
Harlem,
bet me
you
money?
hypocrite. You
Do you wanna
hypocrite.
bet me money?
Wait,
No. Hold on,
Josh Hart. Wait,
You
Cause
Josh
this
gonna
Hart is
nigga's
a
lose. You
shooting
gonna
guard.
lose money, Harlem.
Wait,
what's
Josh
up,
Hart
Do
is a
you wanna
shooting guard.
do you wanna bet me money? Do you wanna bet me money?
Is Josh? No, I'm
Nigga, wanna
asking
bet
you.
me
Is
money?
Here
Josh
comes
Hart?
this guy begging for money.
Look at
Is
their
Josh Hart a
lineup.
shooting guard?
Josh Hart is a small forward.
Exactly. He's not no shooting guard. Mikal Bridges is the
Yo,
shooting
bro.
guard, nigga.
That's
Yo.
nasty.
Hey, yo. Hold on, wait. Yo, AP, I'm gonna give you a fact, right? When the season started, my brother. Wait.
No, not
When
when the season. No,
Nah,
now
we not
name the
talking about
you
that.
playoffs.
asked,
We
The
bro,
not talking about
playoffs.
hold
that.
on. You
No, all
asked
right.
me what the
Against
starting lineup.
wait. Against they played Detroit in the playoffs. So what's the starting lineup for
No.
the
Hold
Knicks
on.
versus the Pistons in the playoffs?
Correction. Josh Hart is a shoe guard. He's a shooting
Oh
guard.
my God! Thank
No.
you. Shut the fuck up. Y'all niggas
Wait.
is mad stupid, bro. What are you
Wait,
talking about?
did he
Oh,
start?
man.
Stupid niggas.
BK,
What are you talking about?
BK,
Did he
link,
start? Wait,
Shut
did he
up!
start
BK,
Shut
against
up!
the
name the
Shut
Pistons?
lineup.
up!
What
Shut
was the
up!
Did he
lineup?
start
Y'all
against
niggas
the
don't know
Name
what
the
y'all
Pistons?
lineup.
talking about. Y'all niggas don't know what
Did
y'all
he
talking
start
about.
against
What
the
are you talking
Pistons,
about? And
BK?
y'all
We know
trying to
the team
argue
got
with me.
cooked last
Y'all
year. We
trying
know
to
that.
No, I
argue
mean,
with a nigga that know.
he may play a different position, but like
What are
his
you
Listen, I
talking
ain't
about?
asked
He's
you.
a shooter.
Listen, I said against
Oh my,
Detroit, what position did he start at? We
bro,
talking
he
about
was a
starting
two.
lineup.
BK,
Oh
he's talking about what
God.
was the lineup, not position,
Bro,
not
shut
players
the
on
Yeah.
the
fuck up.
I
position.
got
Yo,
it.
No,
listen
was
to
he
what I'm
starting
saying.
though? I'm not. Listen,
Listen to
I
what I'm
said who was
saying.
starting.
What are we
Josh
talking
Hart
about?
was coming off the
Detroit's
bench
lineup.
though.
What are we
He
talking
was
about?
coming off the
Detroit's
bench
lineup.
Bro.
though.
Isn't that the
Hey, yo,
question?
listen to what I'm saying, AP.
Are we talking
I
about the
watched the
Knicks?
Knicks. Listen to what
All
I'm
right,
saying,
whatever. All
AP.
right,
The lineup,
wait. Whatever. Let's say we give
I'm
you
telling you
Johnson.
the
He's better
lineup, bro.
than. Wait.
I'm telling you
Hold
the
on. All
lineup.
right, Josh Hart's a shooting guard.
AP,
He's
I'm
better
telling you,
than.
I'm
He's
listening.
better
Hold
than
on, AP, I'm
Beasley. He's
telling you the
better than
lineup.
Beasley. All right, he's better
AP,
than
let me tell you
Beasley.
the lineup. Let
Okay,
me tell you
good.
the lineup. It was JB, it was Josh Hart, it was Mikal, it was Ananobi,
OG.
and it was Cat. Hold
All
on.
right, now let's go. All right, let's go to shooting guard. Is Josh Hart better than Beasley? Malik
No, you
Beasley.
can't definitively say that. No,
Nah, he
he's
is.
not.
He
I'm not
is,
gonna
bro.
front.
He's the
He's
best.
not. He's
Son.
not, bro.
All right.
He's not, bro.
All
He's
right.
not.
So
You can't
who's the small
definitively say that.
forward? Who's the small forward for the Pistons? Anybody know?
Mikal Bridges. Can you
Saw
definitively say
Thompson.
Mikal Bridges is better than Tobias Harris? No, you cannot.
No, he's not,
That's what
nigga.
I'm trying to say.
Tobias Harris wasn't playing fucking. He was playing power forward, nigga. He was a point
Language,
Assault
forward.
language.
Thompson is the
What's the
three,
language?
bro. Assault Thompson
Bro,
is the
no.
three.
Yo,
Sarge
AP,
the
we're
three.
just comparing. We're comparing
No, nigga, we
teams.
comparing
So what
lineups, nigga. We
okay,
comparing
so
point guard, shooting guard,
so
small
what I'm
forward,
trying to say,
power forward.
so what I'm saying to you again, you
I ain't gonna lie,
cannot
Mikel is far better
definitively
than
say,
Tobias Harris at
you
this point,
cannot
for real.
say Mikel is definitively better than Tobias Harris. You cannot say that, bro. You
Tobias
can't.
Harris was playing
Nigga, we
power
talking about
forward,
Assault
nigga.
Thompson. Is he better than Assault
Asura Thompson
Thompson?
was playing small forward, nigga.
Is he better than Assault Thompson? That shit is a
Yes,
toss-up.
yes.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Nah, no, it's
Yo,
not,
that's
bro. No,
wild.
it's
The
not,
Sir
bro.
It's
Thompson's
not.
like so.
That's
He
a
too young, bro.
toss-up.
He
That's
too young, bro.
wild.
He too
That's
young,
Hey, let me
bro.
ask you a
wild.
question, AP.
Yo,
Yo,
one
AP, let
guy
me
got
ask you a
26
question, right?
Yo.
picks.
He
The
too young,
only, the
man.
only
Tonight,
thing.
bro.
Hold
Hold
on,
up.
wait. The only
Thompson
thing
only played
Mikel
one side of
Bridges do better
Listen,
than
that's a
Assault Thompson is
toss-up.
score.
Wasn't the
Nah,
same guy
bro.
that said the
All
Knicks
right,
were
but Mikal
unbeatable? Now
Bridges
he's saying
got
that
better
they're
defense
bad
and better
players.
scoring than him.
Was this the same guy saying the Knicks were like unguardable, so good? Now that this rookie kid is better than Bridges? Yo, somebody's shaking in their boots
Nah,
right
you
now.
wildin', bro.
I didn't
Somebody's
say
He's
he's better
shaking
than
definitely.
in
I didn't say
their
he's better than
boots.
Bridges. I said it's a toss-up.
It's
Yo,
not no
John,
toss
why
up,
you
nigga.
That's
yo,
Yo, come
John,
on,
wild.
why you
bro.
That's
talking,
wild,
John?
man. That
Yo,
is
John, let me
wild. You
say
don't
this,
know what
John,
gets in
right?
there.
Thompson.
You're not
He only played
qualified
one
to
side of the
talk
ball,
to me.
bro.
You
No,
the
you ain't
same
qualified. You don't
you
even
the
know who the
same
players are on the
bozo.
freaking
You the
team. You
same
don't even know who
bozo.
Bridges is. You said Cade.
You
Wait,
the
you said
same
Cade is better than
bozo.
Cam Thomas? Cade
You the
Cunningham is the number
same
one option. What are
bozo.
you talking
You
about?
are
What are
the
you
same
smoking tonight,
bozo
dude? You
that
Yo, this
smoking
shit
came
some
up
is
here.
something.
Yo,
wild,
What
man.
one
You are
mic.
the
how you
same
Yo,
do?
one
bozo
mic,
that
yo.
came up here and
Nah,
said
but
Boston was
bro,
going
Yo.
you
to beat
know,
the Knicks.
bro,
And they
hold
did.
on. You
Hey,
know
hey,
that's
one
Shut
nasty
mic,
up,
one
work.
mic,
John.
one mic, one
Wait,
mic.
Shut up,
hold on.
John.
Hold
Shut
on,
up,
hold on.
John.
Yeah,
You're
go
not
find
On.
some money
qualified to
for
Wait, hold
talk
on.
to me,
YMCA,
John.
dude.
Hold
You
on.
just
Shut up,
crap.
Hold on.
John.
You know
You're
that's
not
Yo,
nasty
y'all
Go
not
work.
qualified to
gonna
make some
talk,
hear
money
each
from
John.
other. Y'all talk
Wait,
Shut up,
hold on,
over
hold
each
on,
John.
hold
other.
on, y'all, hold
Yeah,
on.
Boston
yeah.
Laws, John. Shut up,
Yeah,
Hold on, hold
John.
on.
give
Boston
back
Laws,
some money
John.
for
Shut up,
YMCA.
John.
Yo,
Boston
One
Laws, John.
mic,
Shut
y'all.
up,
Y'all gotta let
John.
each other
Boston
talk.
Laws,
Yeah,
John.
man.
You're not qualified to talk to me. You're not
Yeah,
qualified to
okay.
talk to me, John.
Have fun at the
Boston Laws,
You're not
YMCA,
John.
man.
qualified to talk
Boston
to
Have
me.
Laws,
fun at the
John. Boston
YMCA.
Laws, John. Boston Laws. You can't talk to me, bro. You way out of your
Wait,
league,
did the
kid.
Knicks win? Wait,
Boston
did the
Laws.
Knicks win? Oh,
Boston
no.
Laws. Boston Laws. Boston
Oh.
Laws.
You shaking
Boston
in your
Laws,
boots.
John.
yo,
All
Yo,
you
Boston
put it
shaking
Laws,
in your
John.
down.
boots.
yo.
Put it
It's
Yo,
over,
down.
you
Wait,
shaking in your
chill,
It's
boots.
over,
Stop it.
John.
Stop it.
hold
It's
on. But you
over,
Put
know
it
that's
John.
nasty
down,
It's
work,
y'all.
low.
One
Harlem
at a
said.
It's
time. One
low.
at a
Wait,
time,
Harlem, chill,
please.
chill. You know it's
Nah, ain't
nasty
no
work saying
chill.
it's a
I'm
toss
tired
up.
of niggas
It's
coming
a
up here
toss
hating,
up.
nigga.
Sensitive about these players, bro.
All right,
Hey,
go
Oh,
to
Lord,
man.
sources.
Boston Lord.
Go to the
We
point
packed
then.
them
Go to
niggas
the
up,
point.
John.
All right,
We
go. All
Yeah,
packed
did
them
right,
you win?
niggas
all
up
Did
right,
you
and
all
we
win
right.
the
broke
title?
up.
All right, we
Did
gonna
you win
skip
the
that.
title? I don't
Go
care
to
about
four.
being
Wait,
Boston.
Okay,
Did you
One
win
mic,
the
one
whatever.
mic,
title?
one
Make
mic,
it
one
real.
mic, man. People
Harlem,
are listening
Harlem,
to
go
the
to
stuff
four.
too.
It's over.
Go to four
What up?
now.
What
Go
up?
to four. The fours on the Knicks is OG. Okay, who's the
Oh,
Tobias Harris? The four on the Pistons. Who's better, OG or
Damn,
Tobias
these players
Harris?
need to start paying y'all niggas, bro. All this capping y'all be doing for
Huh?
these players.
right now, maybe at this present moment, it could be OG. But like I
Yeah.
said, bro, like it did go to 6
All right.
games, and if
All
Brunson
right.
didn't hit
Hold
that
on.
I
way,
ain't
Wait.
gonna lie.
go
Hold
ahead.
up.
I
Now,
ain't
who's
gonna
the best?
Go ahead.
Now, let's go to center.
hold on.
Let's go to
I ain't
center.
gonna
Who's the
lie,
best, Cat
Yeah.
Harlem, you
or
would make a
fucking
great agent for Cam Thomas. I ain't gonna lie.
I ain't gonna lie. Cat may got it over Duran right now. I
Yeah,
ain't gonna
yeah. Of
hold
course, he
you.
got over Durant.
Yeah,
Of course, he better than
yeah.
Durant.
Yeah, Cat
Right.
got that.
So,
I ain't gonna hold
my
you.
point is, Harlem, the Knicks lineup is way better than the Pistons, nigga.
It's not way better. It's better, nigga,
Okay.
but not way. You see, you dragging it with the way. It's
Harlem
better,
is
but not
shaking in his
way.
boots, man. He knows
Okay.
Knicks
Since
are
when? Hold
clutch.
up.
He
My
knows
question
I
they
don't
is,
think
since when
it's
clutch.
way
Tobias
better.
Harris
I'm
is
with
this
Harlem
good?
though. I don't think it's way better though. I don't think
It's
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 way
not
You don't
way
think
better. It's better, but it's not way better. Y'all niggas is
no?
dragging
See,
up.
no. The
Way,
only
bro.
yo, wait,
Way,
Hold on. Don't
not
look at the
way, bro.
productivity. Just look at the actual mere talent. The mere talent, the Knicks have better talent. You know, whether they show up or
Yes.
not, it's a different thing.
No, you
But
know what's the issue?
talent-wise,
Wait,
it's
y'all know what's the
And they
issue?
still got
better.
Y'all know
taken the
what's
six.
y'all know what's the issue? First of all, the Pistons has a better bench. That's why it seems closer. Now the top lineup, the Knicks is way better. If you talking about top lineup, now you talking about overall team. All right, the Pistons got a bench, so they
I'm
might
gonna be
seem a
honest. Since
little
when,
bit
hold on, but
even.
AP, since when Tobias Harris was this good, he ain't been that good since the Clippers.
Yo,
So
listen.
you
All right,
got
He's
cool.
not that
Tobias
good.
Harris.
I
So
don't know why
AP,
Harlem saying he's good. He's really not that good, bro.
so AP. So let me say this, right? So outside of me and DJ, right?
Mm-hmm.
The rest of you guys swear to God that everybody's gonna beat the Knicks again this year. So you know what? I'm not even gonna be a dickhead. I'm not even gonna keep celebrating my victory over Boston. I just did that because John was getting on my fucking nerve. But
Hey, watch
that's
the
the regular.
language,
Oh
man.
my gosh,
Sorry.
dude! They win title. You're just
So I'm
saying,
gonna leave. I'm gonna leave
this
that.
guy's
Nah,
such a hypocrite. He was
chill,
saying the
Harlem, chill,
Knicks were
Harlem, chill,
gonna win
Harlem.
it all.
So
Now
I'm
it's
gonna
like,
leave
oh,
that.
Detroit's better than them. Yo, you shaking, bro? You're
Listen.
shaking your boots.
So AP. So I'm
If
gonna
I
leave
hear
that
him
in the past.
shaking,
I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave John
Nah,
alone
nah, nah.
because we're going
Listen.
into
You
a
can
new
he's
year,
stand.
shaking.
No,
right?
listen. You can
So
stand on your tools. It's nothing wrong with that.
no,
Listen, the
no,
Knicks
no,
is
no,
a
no,
good
no, no,
team.
no. Look,
I think it's fake. Wait, hold up. You said the
I've
Knicks.
told
Wait.
John
Hold
enough.
on,
I'm
hold on.
not
Let me say
telling
this. Hold on. Let
John.
me say this. Let me say this, Harlem. First, you said the Knicks is gonna make it to the championship. So, of course, they got a good team. So, for you to say the Pistons is not like is not that
No, no,
bad
no.
compared to the Knicks is kind of crazy. Like,
Listen, bro. My faith, it never wavers, right? John
mhm.
made a little comment, right, the other day, right? And like I told John, we'll revisit this in April. Don't worry, Johnny. April's coming, and we'll be having the same discussion. Hey, yo, listen. Mark my words. Today is August what? AP. August what? 10th, 11th, 12th,
Hopefully the
11,
Knicks can break the curse, bro, because
11th,
11.
New York
right?
is cursed.
Yo, AP. I know you keep
It
receipts.
is
AP, I
though,
know you keep
BK. If
receipts.
you think about it, it is, man.
August,
I know.
August 11th, 2025, AP, right? Mark my
Mhm.
words. If the New York Knicks make it to the NBA Finals and the New York Knicks win the NBA Finals and
Mhm.
BK Hoops does a stream, mark my words,
I will.
John.
You know I will.
No, mark my words that if BK pull up, John will not come on this stream. Mark my
Oh
words,
my
bro. He's
gosh,
not.
your
He's
Knicks
not gonna
are
come
Is
on
your
that
the
true,
stream.
Knicks are
John? Go
What?
ahead, you can
Harlem.
battle
You
him, John.
shaking,
AP, what?
Harlem. You shaking
AP,
about
watch
your
what I'm
Knicks right
telling
now.
you.
It's all good.
AP,
You
watch what I
shaking,
tell you.
bro. Stop
Yo,
it.
AP,
Stop
watch
it.
what I tell you. AP, he's not. He's
I
not
think
gonna get
John will
on
come
BK
on. I
stream.
think John will come on.
AP, watch what he's gonna do. He's
I'm
not
not
gonna
gonna
get on
lie,
the
yo.
stream because he's not gonna want to give credit. You know what he's gonna do? Yo, bro, remember I'm telling you this, AP. He's gonna go to Breezy stream where you got Leaf screaming about absolutely nothing, and they all going, yo, the Knicks got lucky, and oh man. I guarantee you, watch what I'm telling you, bro. Watch it happen. Watch
So you
what I
saying
tell
he
you.
gonna duck you?
Watch
So you saying he gonna duck you? That's what you
I
saying?
promise you he gonna duck me. Who wanna bet me money he gonna duck? Who wanna bet money he not gonna come up here and give homage to the Knicks? He gonna go to Breezy stream and they all gonna cry about the Knicks got
That's a
lucky.
terrible bet, bro. Everybody know he gonna duck.
Priest, Leaf. Watch what AP, watch what I tell you, bro. Remember I told you that if the Knicks win, remember I told you they all gonna
Well,
go over there crying,
they
bro.
did get
What?
lucky in Boston, man.
Oh my
They.
Oh,
look, you stuck.
I
You
mean,
see what I'm
everybody
telling you?
was.
These niggas don't give credit for nothing, bro. These niggas be just hating, bro.
yo, BK, why you hate the Knicks so much? What did they do to you?
Niggas be
No, I'm
hating,
just
bro.
being. I'm
Nah,
being
first of all,
pragmatic. I'm
BK
being.
don't hate the
I respect the hell out of
BK
them.
like
Hold
the
on,
Knicks
hold on.
actually.
AP,
I mean,
don't
they're
hold
doing
on.
a lot
AP,
better than the
you want to
Nets,
talk
and
about? Hold on,
their
BK,
front
hold
office
on.
is a lot better than the
BK,
Nets. So.
AP, love saying, oh, everybody try to say BK. You stay trying to jump in for BK, bro. Let him answer, bro. Look at he trying to save
Go ahead.
BK.
I ain't trying to save a guy. Go ahead, BK.
No,
I just
I'm
want to
just
know
saying. I
why you hate
mean,
the Knicks so much, bro. What is
I
they?
don't hate
What
the
did
Knicks,
they?
man.
What
You
did
know
they
I'm
do
on
to
record
impact your
saying I
life so much,
respect
bro?
them, man. I respect the Knicks. I do. You know,
No, you don't.
I look at Sean Marks.
You's a
I
damn
almost
liar,
stopped
bro.
covering the Nets because of damn Sean Marks, man. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna start covering the damn Knicks
That's
now
only because
because
we told you
Yo,
to. Like, what?
now I mean, it was
listen.
last
Yo,
season's team. You know,
hey, yo, listen,
especially after the
BK.
second half.
Bro,
A
you
lot of
wasn't thinking about nothing about the Knicks
a
until me and
lot of
Harlan
y'all
brought it to your
niggas,
attention, bro.
a lot of y'all ducked when the Knicks won. Even AP ducked. Listen,
Nah, I was here.
listen,
First of
yo, bro,
all,
listen.
no,
I'm
remember
on
what I
record.
said? I said they gonna beat Detroit.
Nah,
I
AP
said
was
that.
here during
Everybody
them
said
Boston
Nah,
games, though.
bro.
I was
Yo,
first.
AP,
I was
when the
here
Knicks
during the
beat
Pistons
Hold
and
up,
the
Boston,
hold up.
Boston,
He
bro.
was
yo,
here. He
when the
was here
Knicks
during them
beat
Boston
Boston,
games, though.
I
when
was
the
here.
Knicks beat Boston,
I was
you
here.
was
I
Bro,
was
the
on
here.
the
only
low,
I
AP.
was
You ain't
duck,
here,
top
hold up.
up to
bro.
The
mad
only
I
one that was
lane,
was
AP.
ducking
here,
smoke
bro.
was SL, bro.
Remember,
Yo,
and you
listen.
said, remember, you asked me, you was like, you gonna give
Yo.
the Knicks credit? I said, yeah, I give them
Hey,
credit. They
yo, listen,
definitely
let me
beat
tell you
Boston.
something, bro, right? I'm going to say this again. When the Knicks won, and I got to pay homage, when the Knicks won, the first person that reached out to me, and you know what? And I'm going to keep it a buck because he was one of the main people like, yo, Boston going to sweep them. He like, Boston going to sweep the Knicks. When the Knicks won, the first person that reached out to me was Player One. I remember vividly. The nigga wrote me and was like, yo, Harlem, the Knicks won. You was right. He was the first one. And then after him Gary was like, "Yo, Harlem, congrats." You feel me? The rest of you niggas was hiding.
All right, but you didn't give Gary credit when Gary said, "Now y'all gonna lose the next series against the Pistons." Hold on. When Gary said y'all gonna lose the next series against the Pacers, you said, "Hell no, we sweeping the Pacers." Knicks in 5.
Right.
Yeah, you did.
And when we lost, I reached out to Gary. I said, "Gary, congratulations."
Nah, you waited Gary to come on here to reach out. You ain't like literally reach out to him, nigga. You
hey, yo,
waited
bro,
till
you
he
want me
came
going
on
to
the
nigga
street.
show like, "Yo, bro, congratulations." Nigga, like, stop it, bro.
Yeah,
Yo,
go in the comment section.
Let me wrap this up. I gotta get up in the morning though, man.
Yeah,
But,
we know you want to wrap this up, bro. You always want to wrap it up when
Yeah,
it's the
bro.
Knicks.
It's getting spicy, man.
it's 2.5
nah.
hours, man. Like, damn.
Yo, DJ,
I mean,
you
the
right though,
average
bro. Every
field
time niggas
duration
talk
is
about
like,
the Knicks, he want to wrap it up, right? When we talk about the Knicks, y'all
average
always
field
wrap this
Man,
up.
duration is like 27, 28 minutes.
Harlem, don't
Y'all
come
had
talk to
like
me.
20 minutes talking about the Knicks.
Yo, Harlem, don't come talking to me. I don't have credit, right? Don't come talking to me.
Huh? What you talking about, bro? I don't even know what you talking about, bro.
We don't got credit to speak to you, right? So don't come talking to me.
Yeah, that's true, man. Good point,
You got
DJ.
credibility.
Got no
Yo,
credibility,
bro.
right?
Bro, I said that to you like 3 hours ago, my nigga. I'm trying to lost him. Like, you came out of nowhere with that. I'm like, what, bro? We talking about something totally different. This nigga
I ain't
come
gonna
out of
lie.
here.
Harlem need to be like a spokesman or something for the Nets, bro. The way he be, oh man,
The
bro,
Nets,
crazy.
You
nigga. You mean the
said the
Knicks,
Nets,
nigga?
nigga. Yo,
Yes,
bro, I
Cam
like
Thomas.
one
He need to be
player.
like Cam Thomas agent or something, bro. The
Oh,
way
all
he
right,
talk
that's
about that.
different. You just said Cam Thomas,
Hey,
but
yo, bro,
he said the
listen,
Knicks is
I'm
dog
not,
water, nigga.
Yo, the
bro,
way
listen,
AP, let's
I'm
be
not,
real, bro. Hold on. No, we ain't going to get into no debate, bro. The way he talk about Cam, he need to be Cam's agent or something, bro. Like the way he talk.
no, yo, bro,
I
all
mean,
I'm
shit.
saying is the man
And you too, AP.
is not,
What you talking about? You
the
too.
man is not ass,
Well,
bro.
listen,
The nigga
we
better
all
than
got
Ben
players we like.
Simmons.
You like when you talk
He
about
better than Ben Simmons,
Adebayo, we
nigga.
talk about Bam and shit, nigga. We don't say nothing.
Shit,
You
Bam.
talk about
If we
Bam.
had Bam right now, I'll be happy.
You talk
Nah,
about Bam, you talk
nigga,
about
you think
Jordan
Bam?
Poole,
You think Bam gonna make us go to the playoffs,
I think
nigga?
Cam,
Bam ain't
bro,
I
gonna
I
make
think
never
us go
said
to
Cam
the
that. Hold
Thomas
up.
playoffs.
is
When did I
better.
say it was going? What did I say? What
No,
you
I'm
say?
just saying he not
He's
no
a third
floor
option.
raiser. All right, so nigga, if you said if he had Bam, nigga, if he had Bam, we still be ass, nigga.
Yeah,
Shit.
exactly.
It would be a lot better than what
It would
Claxton
be
doing.
better.
You
It
got
would be a
hold up.
lot better.
You
It
got
would be a
Cam
lot
No,
better.
Thomas
it would
and
Yeah,
not.
you
Bam
think
No,
that,
it
Adebayo.
would
They
BK?
not.
lost to the finals
You
They
think
would
already,
that,
not
like,
have.
BK?
but
I ain't
they
First
gonna
of
lie.
need
You
all,
give me
Bam
hold
is
up.
to.
You
not
give
no
me Cam
elite
Thomas,
floor.
and then you
Bam
give
is
me
not no
Bam Adebayo.
elite. Hold up, Bam is not no elite floor spacer. So they all
What?
gonna do is pack the paint, nigga.
He's
Is he
not
an
gonna
elite
pack the
floor
paint. He's a
spacer?
way better. Hold up. He shot like 38%.
Nigga, he's not. All right, on how much shots per game?
I don't
Only
remember.
like
I know it wasn't low though. It wasn't that
one
many
three per game.
shots.
Nah, it wasn't that much, bro. It wasn't
He's a
that
Nah,
much.
better
All right,
three point
Bam
shooter than
doesn't
Claxton.
remember.
let me wrap
Hold
this
up.
up over here,
Claxton
man.
don't do nothing, bro.
Yo, great stream. I'm gonna try to muster up the
This is
energy
probably
at the
Bam's
end
best
tonight. Oh,
3-point
I
shooting
got a
year,
lot more
bro.
stuff to talk about tonight,
Give
man.
me Cam Thomas and give me Bam Adebayo, bro. Claxton can go ahead
Nah,
home.
that's not enough. That's not enough. First of all,
I
keep
ain't say it was.
Claxton to
They
have
ain't gonna win
Bam.
no finals. Hold
First
up.
of all,
I ain't say they was gonna win the
Miami's
finals, but
problem
it'll be
is
a lot better than what it is right
Miami's
now.
problem is playing Bam at center. You need Bam at power
Bam was
forward,
at
nigga.
power forward. What are you talking about?
No, you said get rid of Claxton, nigga. If you get rid of Claxton, Bam playing
You
center,
don't
nigga.
need Claxton. You can get somebody else.
All right, and who? Who we gonna get?
Shit, I
Daron
don't
Sharp?
know. You better figure it out.
Exactly, nigga. Listen, y'all got Claire Ware or whatever that nigga name is, the center, and then you got the power forward Bam.
Nah,
Shout out Khalil Ware,
Knicks.
bro.
Hold on, Knicks apocalypse. The problem is you still got Cat on your team.
You think Cat ain't good, BK?
Nah, defensively. I mean, he's like up and down. He could win you some games,
Claxton
or
is
he could
ass,
lose
But
you
bro.
some
Send that
games.
I
nigga
mean,
home.
ain't nobody has a perfect team though. Like, what team
There's
has
a
a
lot of
perfect
ability,
team?
man. I mean, you got to be consistent. You know, you can't
All
be
right,
up and down.
and
OKC got one.
all right,
Minnesota got
all
one.
right, but I mean, but Chad is, I mean, a liability. Like, I mean, who the
No, I
fuck?
mean, there's time,
Nigga, the
decision
niggas won the
making,
finals, bro.
shot selection, not making the good right reads. You know, there's times he won them a lot, some games, but there was times he lost them some games too, man. He made a lot of mistakes.
OKC definitely
BK, you
got the
want the
perfect team.
perfect
I ain't
player,
gonna lie, the
BK. You
Rockets
know,
might have
it's
a
kind of
perfect
hard to
team,
do
bro. You
that.
see how good they
Yeah, the
team is?
Rockets. Now, that's the team I think might win the chip. The Rockets, if they
Hell
The
stay
no.
Rockets,
healthy.
hold on. You
Nope.
said
Who you
perfect
think,
teams.
BK?
Rockets,
Nope.
Minnesota,
Who you think, BK? Who you got in the
OKC,
West coming out the
I
West?
mean, OKC again. I mean,
Denver.
All right,
Denver for
I'll give
sure.
you that.
Hold on,
can,
AP. You got Denver. Denver's a better perfect team too.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. You
it's
think Denver is
possible.
better?
Hold on. it's possible
better than
that
OKC this year, I
OKC
think.
could get AJ DeBonster, right? They have a
No,
pick.
no, all right, but we talking about this season coming up.
Yeah, no, I'm saying for next, yeah. No, this season, yeah, I would probably go with OKC again for the most part.
Oh, you tripping, bro? They not
Nah,
allowing.
first of all, you think they
I don't
gonna beat
like
the
this.
Nuggets?
I don't like him.
rings,
I don't like him either, DJ. But I'm just saying,
Hold
I
on,
gotta be
BK.
loud.
You really think the NBA is gonna allow? I don't know how they did it the first time, but you really think they're gonna allow him to get another ring in a row, bro?
Nah, they not gonna do that.
Well, I mean, they got all these.
He's a flopper, bro.
Picks.
They're not doing it.
First of all, the Nuggets got better, and the Nuggets took them to 7.
Who says that OKC doesn't get better, man? They don't.
All right, how they didn't make no roster update.
Gain the actual experience.
Yeah, they gained the experience, but I mean, they didn't really do anything.
You think they gonna call all that foul on Shea next season?
Yeah,
You think
they
they gonna
saw
give
how
him
the
all
league went, and
them
they changing that, bro. They're not doing that again.
They're not gonna give him that, bro. This season, yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Adam Silver, he love that. So people love Shea. So
I mean, during the regular season, it might work.
They were trying to promote. They were trying to make Shea the face of the league somewhat. They
Yeah,
were trying to promote him. Push him up there. I mean, nobody's really interested. I mean, I just don't think he has that type.
He
of
won't
charisma.
be the face of the league, bro. I hope it's Ant-Man.
Nah, he not.
He doesn't want it.
It's Ant-Man,
He doesn't
bro.
want it.
Nah, he not. Ain't no family man, bro.
Hold up.
He don't. He's not no family
BK,
man, bro. They want a nigga with a wife. They want a nigga.
Yeah,
they don't want.
AP's right about that. Yeah.
They want a nigga with a wife, a kids. They want somebody in a stable shit to represent the league. They're not gonna pick.
He doesn't want to be the face of the league. He doesn't want it. He said
it was gonna be Ja and but none of them niggas.
A lot of people put him as the face, bro. I got him as the face of the league.
I mean, theoretically, yeah, I get what you're saying, though, DJ. But it's like the NBA is not gonna like market him like that because he doesn't really want it.
Yeah, and plus he's in Minnesota anyway, so them niggas ain't gonna really.
No, it don't matter. You still can get commercials and everything. I mean, he had a commercial.
Yeah, but imagine Ant-Man on the Lakers.
Has more commercials though. If you think about it, Shea has more. Ant-Man has more commercials than Shea.
I thought I was on shit.
I mean, Shea's in OKC.
They're trying. I mean, they're saying
really
AJ. They're saying AJ DeBonster could be the next guy, to be the face.
You think that BK? I think AJ is just all athletic. We got to stay. First of all, he ain't playing college yet.
I mean, he's skilled,
right, but he didn't play in college yet. He played against high school kids, bro.
No, I mean, from what he displayed, like in terms of ball handling, shot making, we'll see if it translates. We'll see if it translates to the NBA.
So you think Cooper Flag is good too?
Yeah, for now, we'll see.
We'll see. I think he's good, but he still got.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yo, AP, let me say this to you, bro. When the Knicks win,
you got to echo, right? Harlem. You got to echo. Yeah, let me wrap it up. I'm about to be on tonight. Let me wrap this up. I gotta get some sleep, man.
Let me say one point.
One last point. Final thoughts.
Let me say one point.
Go ahead.
You fat honey bun piece of shit. Listen. AP. When we win.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, y'all niggas downtown celebrate, boy.
Like I said, this is my final point.
So you better get ready.
This is my final point. All right, let me say my final point.
Nice and clean, my boy.
Let me say my final point.
Nice and clean.
Let me say my final point. First of all, we can't predict the future. If we was, we all be billionaires and millionaires. Second of all, who knows who might win? I think the Rockets and the OKC is gonna be the finals for the West, and I think it's gonna be for the East. I'm not even sure right
man, because like KD has to be a Mikal Bridges type of player, man.
Nah, hell no. Why?
Yeah, man.
Why?
Because Shangoon can't shoot. He can't shoot.
First of all, you see how much centers they got? They got Capella. Wait, hold up. They got Capella. They got Shangoon, and they got what's his nigga name?
He's the one. I mean, he's the one that can space the floor out, man. So he has to sacrifice.
They got floor spacers though, bro. What are you talking about?
Who?
Nigga, Shangoon, nigga.
Yeah, I mean, Shangoon shot 20% from three. I mean, if he was to shoot at least 33% from three, they win that Golden State series. You know, but he
First of all, they got Steven Adams. First of all, they're gonna punish teams in the paint. They got fucking 3 centers.
But yeah, let's
centers.
see if they get Jabari Smith at the same time. We'll see what happens. I mean, it's going to have
in the regular season.
Yeah, regular season. Yeah, I'm just more worried about in the playoffs, though, man. They got to get a pecking like a offensive identity. Who their offense is going to be ran through. You know, we'll see what happens with Houston. You know,
I hope OKC lose in the first round, bro.
So who you got? Wait, so who you got going to the Western Conference Finals with OKC then? BK.
It could be Denver again.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. All right. I agree with that. It could be.
Yeah.
It could be.
I gotta see.
Warriors is done, bro. Jimmy is washed.
Yeah, I don't even know. First of all, I wish they trade Steph Curry just to give him like somebody, nigga. Trade him to fucking to the Lakers, nigga.
Well,
fuck it. Trade LeBron.
You think Dallas? Hold on, AP. You think Dallas was in a rage for how they traded away Luka? Imagine what the Warriors.
Yeah, you know what? I forgot about Dallas too, man.
Yeah. You're right. You just brought up a good point.
They gonna set the arena on fire.
Yeah, I think Dallas might. Dallas could win the chip.
Nah, I hope Dallas don't win the chip.
You got Cooper who could play defense, right?
Yeah.
AD, and we'll see how Kyrie looks.
And you got Lively. You got
I don't like Nico, so I hope the Dallas Mavericks don't win.
Yeah, I agree with you there, DJ.
Yeah, but they still gotta look at their squad, nigga. They got a Klay Thompson.
Forget their squad.
They got
Kyrie
fucking
stay out the whole year.
Curry.
Please.
Nah, he's not staying out the whole year.
Yeah, I hope
now the Bucks. I think the Bucks might make it to the finals this season.
What? Oh,
to the Eastern Conference. My fault. Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah,
Eastern Conference Finals. You don't think so,
bro?
Man, y'all see help,
Who was his second option?
What's his name? The son of Turner.
He's a role player, man. He's not a guy that you can like say, hey, shot clock, 7 seconds, 8 seconds, go make a play or score. Like he's not.
This nigga said Miles Turner, bro.
And he disappeared.
You said you asked him the second option, but
in the last 3 games of the finals, he actually disappeared.
You go from Dame, or that's insane, bro. You go from Dame being your second option, who's probably one of the best point guards ever.
But Dame wasn't matching up with the Bucks. He wasn't he wasn't the same guy.
Bro, it's hard to play with Giannis, bro. A dude that can only run and dunk.
And that's that you got Evan Turner. He could fucking. I said Evan Turner.
Dame was giving you 24 points on good efficiency. So what can you say?
Nah, he wasn't. Like you just say.
Let me go, man. All right, like, comment, subscribe, share the stream. When you share the universe is back with you. Peace.
You ain't winning another chip. Just retire.